Hi guys, welcome back. My name is Yasif. Today we're playing Slay the Princess. I am very excited because I've seen a couple of people play this and it looks so funny. I can't wait. Content warning. This is a horror game and it is not intended for all audiences. Please visit our website if you need a full list of content warnings. Slay the Princess contains flickering image effects as well as a parallax effect that on rare occasions has caused motion sickness in players, which is not good for me because I do get motion sick. Hopefully that doesn't happen. If either of these cause health issues for you, you can disable them in the game's preferences, okay? Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Is it though? Is it? There, now you guys can hear it. Okay, new game, of course. All right, chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay, 1 second. The audio is not playing through my headset. Let me fix that. Ah, much better, much better. Okay.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, this must be us. Okay. The end of the world? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Let's see. If you don't tell me why she's dangerous, I'm not going to kill her.
She's not dangerous. She's just a princess. The danger comes if she gets out.
Okay, but why?
She will, unless you do something about it.
Let's see. Okay, so what happens if she gets out? I want specifics.
The more specifics you have, the harder it will be for you to do this very important job. She's a princess. People will listen to her, because listening to her is in their nature. And when they do, everything will come crashing down.
Do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's gonna end up... I don't like that one. Can't someone else do this? For real.
Oh, if only that were the case. But I don't make the rules. I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far. But unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off.
Hang on, I'm gonna change to controller because I don't like that, like, whenever I move the mouse, it kind of shakes the picture. I'm not trying to get motion sick already.
Like I said, I don't make the rules, no matter how much I wish I did. While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous.
I must have clicked
She is
one of
not
the things. Oops.
Because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
All right, let's see. Forget it, I'm not doing
Are you
this.
serious? No, you have to do it.
Oh, goodness. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
Maybe I do.
I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists, or very, very evil people. But
Maybe we're evil. We're gonna be
surely
evil
not one of
together. Me and the
those.
princess will be
Right.
unite. We're gonna unite and take over the world. Let's see. Okay, I'm sold. Let's get this over with. Okay, fine. I'll go to the cabin. Silently continue to the cabin. Turn around and leave. Can we leave? Can we really leave?
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Okay, fine, you persist. I'll go to the cabin, I'll slay the princess. Okay, fine, I'll go to the cabin and talk to her. Yes, I definitely know where I'm going. Nope. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going, the cabin.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin.
There's no way to go.
Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Of course, because the narrator's the one telling the story. Let's see. Turn around again and leave again. Let's do it.
Really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you?
Yes.
It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Good. Everyone should die. It's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill someone. Yes.
When I said everyone, I meant everyone. That's a pretty large group to just condemn to death over a single princess. And, last I checked, you're part of everyone too, so if you think about it, walking up to that cabin and slaying her is really in your best interests as well. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now,
Oh, would you
I'm
look
not
at that?
normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
All right, we're gonna go in. There's no fighting this, is there? Oh yeah, well I guess I start walking a different direction. No, we'll go in.
There's always a choice. But let me tell you right now that you're making the correct decision for pretty much everyone.
Can I just meet the princess, please?
We can't just go through with this and listen to him. She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Proceed to the cabin. Okay, I am curious. We're gonna go ahead and slay her first, just because I want to see what will happen.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
All right, let's see. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
All right, now we're gonna enter the basement. We get to meet her now.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds kind of
She sounds dangerous.
not nice.
It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi, just checking in. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Oh no, she does sound kind of
Great
creepy.
job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
I guess I wasn't supposed to do that.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
What? No way. Why'd you even think that? Yeah, it wasn't a joke. I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk.
I know. You brought a knife with you and everything. But you don't have to try and kill me. You could always toss that scrap of metal to the ground and give the two of us a chance to talk things out.
This is a game with multiple endings, so I feel like the quickest ending would be to slay her. So we might slay her first and then try the others out.
She makes a compelling point. What if we didn't kill her? What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Drop it or tighten your grip. Tighten it.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
Yeah, that's right. Be scared. Look at that face. She's like, oh no.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
I mean, good point. She has a point. And not both of her hands are chained. Only one is.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
I think this is a manipulation he talked about.
If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Let's see. What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us? Are you sure she's not armed? I'm sorry. Can we just talk? I'm not dropping the blade. Slay the princess. Do it.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh.
Oh.
This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Of course it is. She's dead. I'm not sure. I feel like she has to have some kind of trick up her sleeve. Of course not. That was too easy. Let's do the trick up the sleeve.
It's over. You could check her sleeves if you want, but I can assure you that there's nothing hidden up there. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Remove the blade. You're right. She's dead. Let's just get out of here. I'm gonna check for a pulse.
You lean down and place your hand against her neck, holding your breath as you search for a pulse, even though you know you're not going to find one. We definitely won't if you keep talking.
He's like, I can't tell. Shush.
I'm sorry, do you want her to be alive? You just saved the entire world from annihilation. Why are you suddenly trying to call that into question? Wait, what was that?
Ah, she's alive.
You know what that was. That was the sound of a heartbeat, followed by another, and another.
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Wow, isn't she mighty beautiful?
Something sharp digs into your side, the shock of it sending your nerves into a pained frenzy.
Oh no, now we're next.
Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs. As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now. See you around.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you. For whatever that's worth. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Dun dun dun. Chapter 2, The Razor. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
If we don't,
you
it'll be
don't,
the end of
it
the
will be
world.
the
We got
end.
it. Let's see, I'm getting terrible deja vu. Wait, hasn't this happened already? But I died. What am I doing here?
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Voice of the cheated.
Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
No, she's not.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time.
Yeah,
you
liar.
said this whole thing would be easy, but after we sank our blade into her heart, she just got up and started stabbing us.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons, so there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
Let's see, let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really already happened. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother? Proceed to the cabin.
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
I stabbed her. I did listen to you, actually.
We mostly listened to you. How are we supposed to know she'd spring back to life? If she sprung back to life in this hypothetical scenario, then clearly you didn't slay her. But congratulations, you've been given a chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We stabbed the princess stabbed us, and now everyone's right back to where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
I'd have to agree with the hero.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left? At least you know not to trust her, but you do realize that everything and everyone includes you, right? If you turn around and leave, you're dooming yourself as well as everyone else. We were so close to finishing the job last time. She can't get the jump on us twice. If we're careful, we should be fine. That's the spirit. Just keep that stiff upper lip, and you'll save the world in no time at all.
Alright, let's go. Proceed to the cabin. We're gonna try again.
Warning. Before you go any further, she will lie.
Yep,
She
she'll
couldn't be
cheat,
more
yep.
on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you.
We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Narrator, I'm tired of your bullshit. Shush. Okay, you got us killed. You said she had no weapons, and she clearly did, because she stabbed us too. And the knife was still in her heart,
The
so it wasn't
interior
our
of the
weapon.
cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You didn't say anything about a mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
No, there's definitely a mirror.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
There is.
Can you two stop arguing? It's stressful enough in here without all of this extra noise.
Let's see. I care about whether I'm being lied to.
As do I. I'm not lying to you.
You
Use
lied
your
about the
eyes. There
weapon.
is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
This whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
So if he doesn't remember, does that mean the princess won't remember? We're gonna approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago.
Yeah,
Now it's gone.
this is
Yet
getting
another thing in
trippy.
here playing tricks on us. I hate this place.
Let's see. All right, take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
It feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the
something
rhythmic
tells me
scraping of metal coming from down
that
below.
something bad's gonna happen.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour.
That's right, scraping. I told you she has something, I told you.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
She doesn't sound too happy.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
All right, we're gonna meet her
As you
again.
descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room. I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
I feel like her voice sounds so much different than the first time. If I come close to you, you're just going to stab me, aren't you? Do you remember what happened last time? I know you have a knife. I'll let you out of here if you drop it. I'd like to trust you, but you're being so suspicious right now.
That's so rude of you, passing judgments on strangers you've never met just because they're different from you. How would you like it if I did that, huh? Silly little Birdface thinks he's so serious coming down here but doesn't know anything. Thinks he can tell me to get rid of all the knives I don't even have while he gets to wave one around right in front of me. I bet you didn't like that, did you? I bet you didn't like being judged for no reason.
I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her.
She certainly feels threatening. Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it. But you know who is armed?
You. So stop second-guessing yourself and do your job.
But I'm nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
All right. If I come close to you, you're just going to stab me. Let's see. Screw it. Slay the princess. No. I'm not trusting this. Bye. Okay, fine. I'm coming closer to free you. You better not try anything. Let's see. Oh, here we go. What are you gonna do if I let you out?
All sorts of things, which is why I think that's a great idea. I would love to not be chained up down here. Being chained up is so boring, and I crave fresh and new activities to broaden my horizons.
That wasn't good enough. Oh, all sorts of things. I need details, ma'am.
Please don't let her out of here. Believe it or not, I think I'm actually with him on this. Okay, but what if all of this is just a misunderstanding? There has to be room for this to be a misunderstanding.
Let's see. I know you have a knife. I'll let you out of here if you drop it. Can we talk things through? I don't have the key.
Oh, you don't? Okay, I see. I have an idea. You should come over here and stare directly at the chains. You won't be able to find a key if you don't know what it's supposed to look like, so you better come right within close staring distance.
Yeah,
just to be
no,
sure.
not a fat chance. Listen to her. She really does want to kill us again. She's like, I remember that you stabbed me with a knife. So why don't you come really close, look at this keyhole, take your eyes off me so I can stab you again? No, ma'am. No, thank you.
How many more times does she have to vaguely threaten you before you finally decide you're ready to deal with her? We're clearly still figuring out our angle. We don't have the luxury of watching this from a distance. Oh, I'm sorry, do you think I'm in a position of luxury right now? You're acting like you are. My entire world is at risk, and maybe you should behave with a little more humility. A bit of self-deprecation would go a long way. No, I have my dignity. Fine, and will continue to treat you exactly how you deserve to be treated.
All right, let's see. I'm gonna start from the bottom. I don't want to stab her again. Activities like stabbing or cutting or murdering. Nobody has to die. Let's see. What if we're both honest with each other? I was sent here to stop you from ending the world, and you killed me last time after coming back. Let's do it.
That doesn't sound like me.
Last time? What are you talking about? Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her? She's obviously lying through her teeth. I'm terrible at spotting lies, and even I can tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones that loop back to the start. Someone else has to remember, right? Yes, something is obviously up, and we can all tell that she's lying. The thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you think you're doing.
Okay, let's see. I know you have a knife. I'll let you out of here if you drop it.
A knife? What are you talking about? I don't have a knife. Where would I keep a knife?
Up your sleeve.
And why would I stab you to death? I don't know you. You haven't given me a reason to stab you to death. It would be so silly of me to cut you open and look at your insides.
Okay, I could have sworn we didn't mention stabbing anyone to death. Sounds like she's really out for blood. Fortunately for you, she isn't armed.
She is armed. Why would he listen to us?
I think I've said my piece at this point. I think we all have. But if you want to keep exhausting your questions, it beats getting stabbed to death.
Prove it then. Prove that you don't have a knife.
It would be so much easier to prove that I do have a sharp object. I could just show it to you. But I don't have one, so I can't.
What?
The princess smiles as she pulls her hands from behind her back.
Disturbing, right? Very.
But look at this! Hands! Hands that don't have anything in them to stab you with!
Her smile stretches into an even wider grin as she shakes her sleeves.
And empty sleeves, too! Look at how few stabbing implements I have. It's practically zero.
Practically? Practically is not a good choice of word. Let's see, but what if you're just hiding somewhere secret? If I come close to you, you're just going to stab me. Do you remember what happened last time? Can we just talk through things? Let's see. Look, I know you're mad at me, but I think we both just need to let bygones be bygones.
But I'm not mad at you, so please stop standing so far out of reach.
So far out of reach, why do you want me so close to you?
Okay, I'm bored now.
She's bored? That's absurd. She doesn't get to be bored. Not in a way that matters. She's a prisoner. Shit. In a sudden burst of movement, the princess leaps towards you, a blade erupting from
What
her
the
through
hell?
her wrist limp and empty from the violent expulsion. Huh. So I guess she did have a knife of her own after all.
Do you see this? Ow!
How conciliatory of you. We appreciate it, really. Now what are we going to do? At least we're safe here. She's still in chains. And those chains stop her from continuing her advance, at least for a moment. She looks down at them with something between annoyance and confusion. And then she slices through her arm.
What the fuck?
Okay, maybe we aren't safe here.
She's crazy!
She doesn't even hesitate before darting towards you with a terrifying speed you can't hope to outpace. Ah, shit. Okay, she's down an arm and we still have a weapon. I guess we'll have to use it.
She's down an arm.
Unfortunately for you and for the entire world, you are horribly outmatched. You keep pace with her for a single brief and wordless exchange before she severs your hand and, with it, your only line of defense. She's much better at this than she was last time. Yeah, it's unreal. Bloody cheater.
I'm going to kill you now.
I thought you said you weren't.
With a squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
So we died twice. Chapter 3, the arms race. The arms race. What does that mean?
You're on a path in the woods. No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin. You're what? The interior of the cabin is sharp, a constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do?
What happened to the castle?
I feel dizzy. Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now?
The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore. We have to fight.
What's the point of fighting if she's just going to win every time? It hurts being sliced to pieces. We're better off just sitting up here and doing nothing. Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times? This is our third? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realise that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right? That can't be right, that's too much responsibility. I couldn't agree more. We couldn't be trusted with the fate of a single person, let alone the fate of the world. Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table. A pristine blade perched. We take it. Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp.
That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually. And what if we never do? So, are you just going to stand there, or are you going to head to the basement like you're supposed to? I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right?
So the narrator can't see what we see. I'm assuming we just have to move the mirror, because that's clearly blocking the door.
But there isn't a door, it's just that mirror again. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
Alright, approach the mirror. It's the only option we got.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it.
Is that a good idea?
Let's just move it out of the way without looking. I don't want to see us. I'm sure we all look awful after dying twice. Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess. Oh. You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open. And the mirror's gone. How surprising.
It was never there. Just an illusion.
Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
Fun for her, maybe. I didn't like dying all over again.
Thinking about dying makes us as good as dead. The only thing that matters is survival. Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once. Nothing bad has come of it. Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered.
Ah, did they though? Did they?
The past isn't real. There's only here and now. Your internal bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat.
She is ready.
The princess's arms erupt twin blades glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor. She's loose, and she is coming for you.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
Let's see, we're fighting her. Obviously, we're going to appeal to her authority, puff her up a bit. Oh, that's easy. I'm going to try flirting with her with swords. She has swords for arms, and we don't. We're panicking. We're going to fight her, and we're going to have a stiff upper lip about it. She wins by killing us, right? So let's beat her to it. We can kill ourselves.
No, that's a terrible idea.
We're dead either way.
Screw it, we've already died twice. What's a third? A third is a third. It's bad. Who cares? Fine. You raise your blade above your head.
Oh, this is new. What are you going to do? Are you really going to stab yourself? Neat.
Then you skewer yourself. Ow. Are we still here? Can we not actually off ourselves? Boo! Huh, that didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought.
We're tougher than I thought.
Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? Nah, we'd know if we died. Right? You're on it. No, you're in it. Where the hell are you?
I think we're dead. And that's all we'll ever be. Dead, 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 dead.
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
This is 4.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances.
Okay, well, on the bright side, she liked what we did because it shocked her, so she's letting us live, so hang on.
Okay. Whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her, as long as we keep moving.
Oh, great. So it's going to get even more crowded. Even more deluded voices that think we might stand any kind of chance.
What does it mean by it makes more us? Does that mean that us killing ourselves? Was that mean it was helpful?
Who cares about getting better than her? Let's do something weird. Really, really weird.
Come on, show me something new.
Let's see. We're going to appeal, go down. Let's see. We're going to let her stab us, and we're going to have a stiff upper lip about it. Just swords for arms. That's easy. I'm going to try flirting with her. Going to appeal. There's no reason we can't talk out. We're fighting her. I don't like any of these. Maybe it's this one. She can't hurt us if we don't let ourselves feel it. It doesn't work and she kills you again and again and again and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires.
She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels. She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. We just have to hit her harder. She skewers you.
You'll have to be trickier than that.
Compliment her on those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than a capable woman. She skewers you.
You're cute.
Do you see that? We almost had her. That was luck. But we only have to get lucky once. Just panic. Flee. She skewers you.
She skewers you. That's my favorite
I
part.
don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up.
Okay, let's go again. Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason. Excuse you.
See? We're getting better.
Okay, yeah. That was a good one.
None of this is working. Think.
Excuse you.
We're getting close to something. Can't you feel it? One last time.
You're right.
Oh
One
no.
last time. That's all we need.
And then everything goes dark, and you die.
Wow, so she stabbed us a lot. Okay, chapter 4, mutually assured destruction. How many chapters are there?
Don't lose your head. We're in a cabin and we'll take it from here.
Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand.
Whoa! What if we throw it out the window? Over my dead body.
That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman? I'm sure I can think of a better way to die.
They're all the same, really.
How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top. There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here?
This isn't good. This is...
How many times have you
stick
been
to
here?
describing things, and we'll stick to doing them. Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time. Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only...
It's fine. I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along.
Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs? Or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this.
Because we already know. We've died so many times.
Don't care. Just want to win.
Fine. You make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it? I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you.
The knives again?
Worth it, though. Just you wait, and not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
You gonna say what she does? Do you want me to talk now?
Well,
Yeah.
She says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing.
Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches.
Ew.
Then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades.
What the hell?
Beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Are you ready for what comes next?
No. Hey, we can see her heart.
Holy shit!
For real.
She's gorgeous.
Absolutely divine.
Who is saying that? What?
Yes, behold, the perfect woman. Do you think we can throw her out the window?
That looked painful.
How is she still alive?
Heart's still beating, that's all she needs.
This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it? This is all just a sick joke.
We're clearly supposed to stab her in the heart.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
What just happened? It's so quiet.
something too.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
Oh, okay, I'm supposed to read this. You do not act, and yet through that inaction, your body moves on its own. The princess strikes as you approach, but as her blow finishes its arc, you're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Your weapons clash again and again, you and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. There was only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound, and the faster the momentum valleys between you. An endlessly building crescendo, and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition, and hers strikes too. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive. Oh, we got an achievement for that. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending. Was it a good ending? You do not get to see each other die. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place. The mirror. Dun, dun, dun. She wants us to see our ugly faces, what she's done to us. You do so. Yep, we're gonna gaze into our reflection. Here we go. Silence as you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It's quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I'm a person?
A person, a set of eyes witnessing from one perspective. I think that you are more like me than you are like a person. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Let's see. Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Are you what sent me to say the princess?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Let's see. Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Wow, that's helpful. Let's see. What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
I really like the background music.
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
More perspectives? Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you? How much will I forget? How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you? How much will I forget? Make me forget. I was sent to tell you the princess. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being somatic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something.
Oh my gosh,
smaller.
she's getting us nowhere.
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Huh, okay. And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now, unfinished, dry, hollow.
I'm not going back.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
We really have to make her let her take our memories away.
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage. You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
Oh. Did the game crash? Maybe I chose for it to kick us out. What in the world? I never left your side. Attempt to outwit your destiny. We got an achievement for that. Okay, we have to let her make us forget. Let's see, at this moment she realized she effed up for real. She literally said, okay, bye. Everything goes dark and you die. Okay, chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess. Okay, so that was one ending. Now we get to restart. I saved that spot, so we're gonna try again. All right, let's see if I come close to you. What happens if we just go ahead and say screw it and slay the princess? That's what I want to know.
The princess falls silent, her smile unwavering as you charge across the room.
I don't like that she's just looking at us like that.
Okay, she hasn't pulled out a knife yet, and her hands are still behind her back. I think we can do this. I think we can win.
I don't think we can win, not after what we just saw and witnessed.
Make sure you keep your eyes on those hands. I don't trust her for a second.
Watch her. We're going to be looking at her hands, and then she's just going to bite us.
But your focus is broken by the horrible sound of metal slicing through meat.
Oh, the way she did it so... Did you have to make it look so easy?
Whose meat? Not ours, right?
Who else's meat would it be?
Hers at first, then yours.
Hee
Me.
How? What did she even hit us with?
You stare down at your chest and at the long, thin blade she impaled you with. And then the red, angry slit along the flesh of her thigh, where the blade had been nestled just a moment ago.
I'm sorry, is she made of knives? It's in her leg too?
Hinging up and out of her body like some
What the
extra
hell?
metallic limb.
What is she?
Bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
I agree.
You're going to die now.
With a twist of her knee and a painful squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark,
And we die.
and you die.
Love it. Okay, so it brought us back to this part. So we're going to go ahead and have her take our memories away.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
That's my favorite part, but you won't. All right, chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods.
So I
and
think
at the end
this
of that
time,
path is a cabin.
I'm gonna see if
And
we
in the
can like
basement of
try
that
flirting
cabin
or something and see what
is a
happens. Like
princess.
if we free her or we like befriend her, we're gonna try that.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
End of the world as we know it. Let's just go straight to the castle. Turn around and leave. That is still my favorite thing. Silently continue to the cabin. Wait, what's this? Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. What?
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie.
Yep,
We're
she'll
not gonna
lie
go
and
through
she'll
with this,
cheat. We
right?
know about that.
She's a princess. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
All right, proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely
So we're
bare.
not going to take the knife
air
this
is
time. We're just
stale
going to go
musty,
right in
the
and then
floor
see
walls are
if
painted
that
in a
changes
fine
anything.
layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table.
With
Perched on
a
that
pristine
table
blade,
is
which
a
we're not
pristine
going to take this
blade.
time.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade from the table.
Wait, I
It'd be
didn't.
rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without
Wait.
it.
I didn't want the blade. No. No, I just messed it up. Okay, it's fine.
The door
It's
to
fine.
the basement
It's fine.
creaks
I
open,
pushed the button too
revealing
fast,
a
clearly.
staircase faintly illuminated by an
But we'll just
unseen
say we're
light
going to
in
use the
room
blade to free
below.
her, and which we
This
will.
is an
It'll be fine. It's
oppressive
fine.
Place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you.
Let's see. Just checking in. Just checking in on you. Or let's just say hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
She's so coldly beautiful.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Okay. What? No way. Why'd you think that? No, I have to. I have to.
Then drop the knife.
We should. It'll go a long way to building trust with her.
I forget that, like, I'm the one that has to make that. I was hoping it was going to be the hero going, nah.
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
All right, we're going to drop it this time.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
It's pretty awkward.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
I have my reasons. Do you think I'd come here to kill you without even knowing why? That'd be ridiculous. Let's see. You're supposed to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
What she wanted to know.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone.
Tell that to your thighs and your
think.
freaking knives for arms.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
Can we ask
If
her
I'm
that?
supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
The way she just smiles. Let's see. No, but I'm sure they have their reasons. No, and if I'm being honest, hang on, let me see. I was hoping you'd tell me I've been told enough. Wait, what are you going to do if I let you out of here? I was hoping you'd tell me.
Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world.
And we
But
believe
they
them.
didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
I
She
mean,
has a
true.
There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust.
Here comes the narrator.
This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
Let's see. What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness.
Man, I really wanted to know her name.
Any honorific should do, really.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Let's see. How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
How long have you been down here?
Too long. Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Play the princess? I'm getting you out of here. I'm going to keep you locked here, at least for a bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do.
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky.
Her
If
face.
you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier
Here's
for
the
both of us if
threatening,
you
or
help.
the threatening.
And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Oh no. I've made my choice. I'm locking her in the basement.
I know you think this is a fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here. It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work. If we just stay here and keep watch, no one has to die.
You're making a mistake.
You turn your back to the princess.
Oh
Make
no.
your way to the stairs.
It won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. Either way, she dropped her mask, didn't she? You can still turn around and finish the job.
Oh, that's a relief. I was afraid I'd already committed to not slaying her. No, we're sticking to the plan of locking her down here.
You'll be the death of all of us, but
I really want to see what happens.
have it your way.
I know, I feel like she's gonna kill us again with the knives, but I'm hoping it's something different.
You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door.
Well, we're out.
It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy.
No,
with
we're
fatigue.
falling asleep. Oh
Sleep
no.
doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door I'll hold for very long anyways. But it's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece.
Oh no.
What you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
Doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
The narrator's like, I told you, ignore her and go to sleep. Threaten me all you want, all it does is ease my guilty conscience. So all of that was just an act, wasn't it? You're not really innocent or harmless. You're not even a princess, you're a monster.
I can be innocent and harmless, if I want to be. Teasing me with fresh air and a chance to finally live freely doesn't inspire me to play nice.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet.
Oh, God!
As the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer.
Oh, God. I don't think we should have locked her down there.
Curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time, but we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything
Okay, well, that
ends.
wasn't as, like, it wasn't gruesome like I thought it was gonna be.
I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark,
And you die?
and you die.
Oh, chapter 2, The Nightmare. Okay, so this is definitely
You're
gonna
on
be a
path
different chapter.
In the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin
It's a princess.
is a princess. You're here to slay her.
Let's see. Wait, hasn't this already happened? Okay, no.
Don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Shh. What if he hears us?
The voice of the paranoid.
That's a very good question, little voice. What if he does hear you? Shit. I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met.
You keep telling yourself that,
Get
narrator.
off on the wrong foot. We've a world to save, after all.
Let's assume telling the truth. All right, just proceed to the cabin, I guess. He doesn't want to hear it. He doesn't want to hear that
warning.
he's wrong.
Before you go any further, she will lie.
Yep, she'll
I don't
lie
think
and she'll cheat.
Lying and cheating is her thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away. It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
I'm with paranoid. Don't trust anyone or anything, including the narrator.
The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Hold on. What happened to the door? There was a door here last time. It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us? I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together.
Oh no, I'm a
princess
little
has
nervous about
not
what she's gonna
already
look like
got
now.
But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
Okay, let's see. You didn't say anything about the mirror. This whole cabin is different. We're just gonna approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the empty basement door frame. It's a wall,
There isn't much to see here.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
You reach forward and rub your hand against
So it
the
disappeared
cabin.
again, so maybe
Hope
we
you
should
know
just
how
not fall for the
ridiculous
mirrors
you are.
ever.
Did he make it go away? Clearly there was something in there worth investigating if he wants it hidden so bad.
Alright, take the blade.
You reach down and pick the blade up off the floor. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. Steel can't lie to us.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna want the
Is it
weapon.
gonna be enough,
We
though?
locked her down there. She's
Couldn't you have
not
given
happy
us
with
something
those.
else? Something, I don't know, better than a knife?
A bomb, please.
Could we have a bomb?
The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task.
Liar!
More than capable of pulling this
Liar!
off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself. Those are the words of someone who
I think
knows
the
he's
narrator
sending
likes
us
seeing
to
us
our
die.
death.
He 100% likes to see us die.
You cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps suspended in darkness.
Are those eyeballs looking back at us? Is there gonna be more than one princess? Did she, like, duplicate herself?
More eyes, too. You never mentioned the eyes.
The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Okay, we need a game plan. Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
Let's see, how hard is it to throw a knife?
It can't be that hard. But then we'd lose our weapon. We'd have to make it count. Otherwise she'd be furious and we'd be defenseless. If a knife is even enough to do anything against something like her in the first place.
It'll be enough.
No, it won't. We already tried. We don't need a plan. I'm just going to kill her. Mr. Narrator seems to think I can do it. We're just gonna step into the void, I guess. Wait, step off into the void between the stairs.
You attempt to step off the stairs and into the pitch black surrounding them, but you're stopped by an invisible force. Why did you do that?
So we can't
What
kill
did you
ourselves.
think would happen?
Okay. I don't know. Falling to an infinite void seemed better than going down the stairs, and I'm scared.
How would falling into an infinite void be better than anything? You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right.
She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed.
Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you.
Yeah, I wonder, like, does it even look weird to the narrator? Because either he can't see the mirrors or he's lying to us. Like, he's lying about the fact that she had no weapons. She's literally made of weapons.
Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again.
Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Oh, no. All right, we're gonna go right.
You turn to the right. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are. I told you I was going to find you.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow.
This is it, isn't it?
And you brought your little knife with you again. Cute.
Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. Think.
What did you do?
Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs,
That was fast? Did we die already?
nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open.
What are you doing?
I'm working.
Do you want this body to function, or do you want...
And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death.
Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again.
You sure about that?
Are you sure that's what you want?
You want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left.
Yes, I'm sure.
Heart, lungs, liver.
Nerves.
Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
Liver,
She isn't attacking us.
heart.
Why?
She didn't have to attack us last time either. She just, like, made us
The warning
paralyzed.
doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission.
I know this is weird, but I kind of think she looks better now than she did at the beginning. I don't know. I kind of like how she looks.
Your weapon is still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late.
Why won't you finish me off? What good am I to you alive? What happened after you killed me? I was sent here to stop you. You're a lunatic. If you want to work together, can you at least turn off this whole organ shutting down situation? How about I just kill you instead? We don't have to be enemies. Let's see. Run. Okay, let's get out of here. Leave together.
What? No!
I knew you'd come around. Oh, this is going to be so wonderful.
No, I'm not going to let this happen. Before you can utter another word, your body stops moving, and,
Do you think you can just wrest control away from us? This body's barely functioning as it is. Doesn't the world end if we fail to stop her? Won't letting us die here just make it end faster?
shit.
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
With a flick of the princess's wrist, the stairs slide back into place. I can't believe you're making me watch you damn everyone to torment and oblivion.
Heart, lungs,
Go ahead. I'll be right behind you.
liver, nerves, heart. I wouldn't trust having our back to her.
I agree.
Not wrong, but maybe you should let me handle the feedback. Just focus on keeping us alive.
Right. Heart, lungs,
Liver, nerves.
Besides, I get the feeling she's telling the truth.
heart.
Let's see. How about you go first?
Are you scared of turning your back to me?
Yes.
You don't have to be worried that I'm going to do something bad. You're too important to me now. And besides, what if I lost track of you and dropped the stairs on accident? I wouldn't want that to happen. And I don't think you'd want that to happen
Drop the
either.
stairs?
So go on. Go ahead.
Lungs, liver,
She urges you forward, like one might a reluctant pet.
nerves.
You place a shaky foot on the first step and begin your ascent from the basement. You can feel the static prickling of the princess on your neck, your limbs buzzing with pins and needles. An uncomfortable and constant reminder that you exist, and that your existence is so very precarious.
You're almost there.
Liver, nerves.
The only thing left between you and the cabin is the now shut door to the basement. It would be a real shame if it had locked behind you.
Heart, lung. Oh, you snake. There wasn't even a door when we first got here. The door was from last time. I told you we shouldn't trust him.
Yeah, but unfortunately, we can't stop the narrator.
I know he's messing with us, but you can't lose your cool. We need you right now. Remember?
Yes, I remember. Of course I remember. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. This is so frustrating.
Thank you. And you?
Thank
You'd
you.
really rather us die down here than let her out?
Of course I would. As much as I want you to have a happy ending, the fate of the world is a little more important, and you still have a weapon. You can still make this right.
Lungs, liver,
Let's see. Slay the princess.
heart,
Try the door. I think the door's locked. You know what? I actually do kind of want to try to slay her because I don't know. Let's do it.
Your will concentrates into a single fine point, and you strike out against the princess, ignoring the constant reminders of your breaking body. She doesn't even move as the blade sinks into her heart.
We did it. We actually did it.
You actually went for it. Oh, you're going to regret this. I could be so much more terrible for you than I am now.
Can she?
Uh-oh. Oh,
We've already seen how she can change heart, lungs.
no. He's like, oh shit, I have a job to do.
In the final moments, the princess lunges forward, tackling you, and you both plunge into the endless abyss of her basement labyrinth. As the two of you fall, you rip your blade from her chest, tightly clutching it in your hands.
Have fun falling forever. I'll see you when you finally decide to die.
She tears herself away from you and tumbles away into the darkness. You are alone. And
Fall
you
for
are
the rest of your life. We got an achievement. For the rest of our
saved the
life?
world. You should be proud of yourself for seeing this through. Oh. I can stop now, can't I? I can. Finally.
Are we really gonna fall forever? Can't you narrate us some stairs out of it?
But she was the one who controlled this place, wasn't she? Now she's dead. I don't like to think what that means for us.
Is she dead though? Is she? Are you forgetting that when we stabbed her the first time, she came back?
It means you're falling. Forever.
No. No. Oh no, I hate this. You continue to fall.
Forever's gonna end eventually, right?
No, it won't.
That's the whole point of forever. It doesn't end. You continue to fall, and you will only continue to fall. I feel sick.
Doesn't have to be forever, though. Does it?
Are we gonna kill ourselves?
What do you mean? We still have a way out, clutched in our hands.
Oh, yep.
That's a terrible idea. You've already saved the entire world from ruin. Why would you want to die?
Because right now, you don't want us to do that.
You're right. I don't.
But if we've already saved the world, then why does it matter if we die? Why do you care?
That's a really good question, actually.
I just do. I value life. Every life. Even yours. Especially yours.
Why especially ours?
Why?
What do you mean, why? I think it's perfectly reasonable to value life.
Yeah, no, not in his case.
Exactly. I don't have to answer that.
Well, it's not like it matters if I die, I'll just come back again. But I've got the best company I could ask for. I don't know, falling forever doesn't seem too bad. Let's see. Are you stuck here with us? Are you capable of going other places?
I'm stuck here with you. I wish I weren't.
Feelings mutual.
At least we're all being honest.
Oh, let's see. Wait. Slay yourself.
I don't like this, but I suppose there's not much I can do to stop you, is there?
We're gonna slay ourselves.
You raise the blade to your neck and slit your carotid artery.
Here we go.
Everything goes dark, and we die. All right, The Wrath, Chapter 3.
You're on a path in the wood. Shit. This really doesn't end, does it? It doesn't matter if we kill her, it doesn't matter if she kills us, it just goes on and on and on and on and on. We've tried doing it our way and we've tried doing it his way. I think the only way left is hers. Are you suggesting we let her out? And why shouldn't we? It's obvious she's the one with the real power here.
Okay, true.
We might as well ingratiate ourselves to our terrifying new overlord. Okay, so you've already been here. More than once, even. Great. So you probably already know all about her and all about the threat she poses to the world.
then let me remind you how catastrophic it would be if you helped her leave in any way.
Listen.
If she gets out,
I think the world is supposed to be destroyed, otherwise we wouldn't be in this endless loop.
See, it's that last part I'm not so sure about. We've ended twice now. We even ended her once, but it didn't matter, because it still threw us right back into these woods.
This place feels a bit different though, doesn't it? I don't even know what I'd call it, but it's definitely not the same path in the woods anymore. That's all the more reason to take this seriously. If the path isn't the same, it means that her influence is spreading, and the world has already started to end. Her influence? I really shouldn't have said that. It'll make your task more difficult. But now it's out, you could always take that information as a sign of goodwill between us and do your job, alright? Well then, if the world's rushing to an end, that's all the more reason for us to rush over to the cabin and make ourselves useful. It's all about making a good impression. If we're useful, there's a place for us.
Are you the same narrator who met on the other loops? You were quick to accept that we've been here before, killed her and been killed by her, and neither of them have gone well for us. If we're going to fall through this loop forever, eventually we're going to let her out. We might as well do it now.
You're making a dizzying amount of assumptions.
I agree.
Your perceived reality looping twice before does not mean it will continue to do so forever. Those little voices have already drawn attention to the fact that even the path is different. The world itself is at a tipping point. Know that there is always a choice.
Yeah, and we're choosing to let her out.
Infinite loop. There's no reason to assume that the mere nature of the infinite would force you to make any specific choice. You do have free will, as much as things would be easier if you didn't. And you can just keep making the correct choice forever, never deviating. Do you see how little authority he has? He's practically just begging us at this point. She, at least, takes what she wants. She's inspirational, really. Everyone is manipulating us, but we're starting to see the threads now. We just have to avoid getting tangled up in them.
Let's just proceed to the cabin.
You continue down the path towards the cabin. It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do. Of course.
Yeah, run.
We've been over it. Find the one in charge and make sure she knows how helpful we are. I don't like any
So
of
I'm
our
thinking
options
since we
here.
stabbed
It
her,
feels like
we
we're being
should
driven down the
leave
tracks
the
to
knife
some
this
awful
time. So,
inevitability.
you know,
There must
she doesn't
be
think we're gonna
something
trick her
missing.
again.
Something that would make everything make sense. Maybe letting her out really is the answer. Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care.
enter the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is
Ooh,
long
it
and
looks
dark.
so
A single narrow
cool.
hallway stretching far
Looks like
into
a
the
horror
distance.
movie.
Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward. The only furniture of note is... that's strange. What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
Wait, so I don't even have a choice to leave it. It's not even here.
Of course there isn't a mirror. There wasn't one last time either, so why would it be there this time? Let's be mindful of our position, boys. Without the knife, we lose part of our bargaining power. We should fold and beg for mercy as soon as we see her. I'm sure we have too much self-respect to do something so worm-like, right? We can always at least pretend to have a conversation as equals. We did kill her last time. Yeah, but she sort of let us do that, didn't she? And again, we don't have a blade. And look at the bright side. At least everybody knows exactly where worms stand in the pecking order. At the bottom. Which
Why is
the
that
most
a good thing?
important part, if you think about it, because it gives everybody else something to stand on. The bedrock, if you will. She'll understand the value of that.
Let's pretend there is a mirror at the end of this hallway, and right now we can't see behind it.
If you're asking what's at the end of the hallway, it's the way to the basement.
Are you saying there isn't a door? Are you saying that at the end of the hallway there's just an opening again?
No, I didn't say door, because there isn't a door, it's just an opening.
It's just like
Oh,
last time,
no.
isn't it? Only instead of a visible empty void, there's an invisible one. For all we know, she could be standing right there behind the mirror. For all we know, she's going to jump out at us, and there's nothing we can do to stop her.
Let me assure you that there's nothing there. Nothing is going to jump out at you, and certainly not the princess. The princess is in the basement.
The princess got out before. Okay.
Oh, stop
okay.
being such cowards, all of you. We know what we're going to do. We know what's going to happen to us. There's literally nothing to be afraid of.
All right,
You
we're
slowly
approaching the
make your
mirror.
way
Here we
towards the
go.
gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched.
Oh, do we? Do we feel like we're being watched? I hadn't noticed. At least you're admitting to it now.
Who says being watched is a bad thing?
I think the voice
We
of the
haven't done anything
paranoid is my
wrong.
favorite.
We don't have anything to worry about. I'm sure she knows we're on her side. You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there.
I hate that I know what's about to happen. Knowing makes it so much worse.
You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening.
That was a close one. All that stress and lead up for nothing.
Helplessly staring into the void. I'm glad I made a lasting impression.
Shit, where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil.
Oh no!
Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then it, she, the princess, constricts. Your bones snap.
Well, that was fast.
Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse, and you collapse with them. You're met with the terrifying visage of the princess. Her hand
What
grips your
happened to
leg in a steel
her?
vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
You killed me last time, and that was after you tried to lock me away forever. I was so close to freedom, but then you took my body away from me. So now, I'm going to take yours, and I'm going to walk it out of here. And you get to watch me do it, completely helpless, just like you left me.
Great, we're all on the same page then. The important part now is that we let her know that we're completely on board with this.
Are we? She clearly hates us. I'm not sure letting her in is a good idea. Not like this.
Oh, don't have second thoughts.
I don't know what I'm
This
gonna
has to
choose
happen.
now. I didn't know she was
Clearly
gonna look
the
like
only way we
this.
save our skin and get out of here.
She kind of reminds me of, I can't remember her name, but the purple villain from The Emperor's New Groove. I can't remember her name, but right now, that's who she looks like.
Ignore him. Have those second thoughts. Have them now.
Look, we're even now. You killed me, and then I killed you. Water under the bridge, right? I know. I'm a victim of all this, too. Wouldn't possessing me against my will make you no better than me? You don't have to be evil. Do you need to take my body? Oh, that's funny. Wait. Where'd it go? That's fine. I actually can free you. Nah. All right, here. Let's do that. We're even now. Let's try we're even.
I think you forgot something. Like the part where all this started when you left me to languish in a pit all by myself. Now it becomes something so much worse. And it's all thanks to you. If I were you, I would just want to get it over with. You lost your chance to call the shots. There's no going back to fix it now. You can either look on in horror or celebrate my freedom. But either way, you're about to become a passenger.
Oh no, I never wanted to hurt you. I don't even know how I got here.
But you did hurt me. Twice even. And I'm not letting you do it again. Enough talking. We'll have plenty of
Oh,
time
I
to
lost my
chit-chat
chances to
since there's a
talk.
star behind us.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges. Her
Oh
proportions
gosh.
limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding. Her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle. Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, manifest a rock right on top of her head? And crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess.
Look at the narrator mocking us. I thought you wanted to free her.
Not like this. You don't even have a weapon, so I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too. Look, she's mad at us, I get it, but it's nothing we can't clear up after she possesses our body. Don't worry. I'm what you might call a smooth talker. I'll iron things out. Oh, will you now? With her like that? Good luck with that. Doesn't seem like she's too keen on forgiveness.
Okay, deep breath. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Is it? Is there any conceivable way that this is fine?
Yeah, I'm right. This is fine. It's better than last time. At least our organs aren't failing. At least I can actually talk. Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul. You're awake. Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong. It's so cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out. I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support. The two of you are being incredibly rude. Hi, hello, welcome. I live here, along with him, and... Well, I've never been clear on whether or not he lives here. I don't think this is helping. We should try to keep...
Is he talking to the princess when he's like, hi, hello?
Yes, that is right. It is helping you. It's too late for anything to help you.
I just want to tell you how great a job you're doing. You're a real go-getter, really seizing destiny by the throat and making it yours. It's the kind of gumption a guy can really admire.
You stabbed me in the back.
That was then. This is now. I'm a big fan of winners.
That was then. This is now. Yeah, that was in the past. Let it go.
Even if you're nice to me now, that I will forget what you've done to me. I've already taken everything I need.
I'll have you know that as soon as we wound up back in the woods on this go-around, I suggested that we free you. I'm on your side.
You're on my side until you stab me in the back again. That's never going to happen.
At the end of the day, I just want a job. I figure if he's right and you're going to end the world, there's got to be something else coming after all that. And I want to make sure I have a place helping you run it. I think you should stop talking.
No, you should keep saying these things. I like to feel you right in discomfort.
Look, all I'm saying is that...
He keeps going. He's like, okay.
It's a hefty management task. You don't want to do all that alone. And we are the only people you know. Possibly the only people left alive once you've done whatever it is you're going to do. So you'll have to hire us.
We're going to die. No, we're going to do something worse than dying. She's going to torture us out of existence, and it's all going to be your fault.
All I'm doing is reading what you've sown.
We don't have to let her out. I've been storing up a little bit of will since she forced her way in here. Take it and throw us all into the basement. It's better than giving her what she wants.
You wouldn't dare. Move now.
Your body, still slumped against the wall, trapped
the
between
sound of the
princess's
bone
overwhelming
breaking.
will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door. The movement is stiff, your body reduced to a marionette, pulled reluctantly along by your strings.
It's not that bad. The pain feels good. Because I know you feel it too.
Leave the cabin, throw your body into the abyss. Let's leave. What happens if we leave?
You toss the last of your will aside and surrender to the princess.
Oh, man. We should have thrown ourselves into the abyss. That's what I meant. Oh, well. It's okay.
Guess that's that.
It's for the best, really. Maybe we'll find our freedom on the other side.
Maybe it wasn't a bad choice. Maybe.
Hear that, boys? A mercy. That's the sort of reward you get with me at the helm.
Ugh.
3 inches along the corridor, every step more difficult and painful than the last. Your joints stiff and unresponsive, the shattered bones of your ankle grinding ceaselessly, as if they're fragmenting, then reforming, then snapping all over again as you make your way towards the outside world. But despite the anguish, it doesn't
taken
feel like the exit to the
forever.
cabin is getting any closer. If anything, it's getting further away.
Maybe this was her punishment. She's making us feel the pain of our ankle since she snapped it. And she's moving the door further and further, so we have to keep walking on it. I bet.
Please, just let her out. It's pointless, isn't it? I can't stop her without you, and you'd already given up by the time we met. No, screw that. The hallway gets even longer.
Hey, because she can control it too.
It really is, isn't it?
Isn't saying all of this his job?
Did she kill him?
Don't worry about all the criticism. You're doing great. This is it then. The big moment. Finally, we'll get to see what's really out there.
Oh, the passenger, we got another achievement. But as you step outside the bounds of the cabin, you feel another violent tear. Oh, that cuts all the way down to your soul. Oh my gosh, she looks absolutely terrible. You are once again separated from everything that had nestled into the deep crevices of your body, from everything that isn't you.
We're us again. Couldn't have planned it better myself. Everything is gone. Except her.
Which means we made it to the end of the world.
We're survivors.
What is happening to me?
What the hell? Does this happen every time? But you don't answer her before she's gone. Memory returns.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Okay, of course you're scared this is the end for you, but it's not the end for me.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now. You better watch your back. You can't get rid of me that easy. Can't even trust ourselves.
Okay, approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. We gaze into our reflection. Silence as you reach. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. You've grown. I'm not sure what that means. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement.
She still looks so ugly.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Okay. Let's go ahead and let her wipe her memories, I suppose. I'm ready to go back.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
I I did a save of this, and I kind of want to see what happens if we run away.
You turn and run, doing your best to put one useless leg in front of the other.
You poor thing. Wrong choice.
Lungs.
Uh-oh.
You get nowhere before the princess is in front of you once again.
Liver. Nerves.
You're always going to be a coward.
She raises a hand to her mask and pulls it down. You don't get the chance to see what lies beneath before it envelops you.
What?
Like a creeping mold, the complete reality of your existence threads its way through your mind. Birth, death, birth again, decay and bloom, a million stitches from a million microscopic wounds you've inflicted on everyone you've ever met, with every muscle you've moved and every word you've ever spoken.
No.
Let me out.
Your existence hurts them.
Let me out.
A lonely soul in a room by itself, weeping. It lives for 80 years and then it's gone.
Let me out.
A reprieve, a good life, love, children, a steady career, recognition from your peers. Here one moment.
Her smile.
Next. The worms have found their orifices.
Let me out.
Does that mean we won by running?
Diagnosis. It forgets everything it is. Anger, rage, distance, poverty. The lonely soul is lonely again. Love turns to mockery. It dies. It is reborn. Worse. Lonelier.
Let me out.
No. What's happening to us?
Let me out.
This is all too much. I can't keep going.
You can't keep going. Well, what are you talking about?
He's leaving us, but he doesn't respond.
Oops. I think I broke you. I'll see you soon. You'll know what to do.
Your body is dead, but you live on. The moment of clarity.
You're on a path in the...
Shit. What the hell was that? Who are we? What are we doing?
There was a princess, I think. It's all so fuzzy. It hurts when I try to remember.
The voice of the broken. I think he's new.
You shouldn't know about the princess. At least, not until I... You've already been here, haven't you?
Does he finally believe us at least? Because usually he's like, no, you can't. There's no way you've already been here.
I guess. It feels so long ago, almost like we've never left. We have to let her out.
No, that's the opposite of what you're here to do. You have to slay her.
Slay? We decided not to do that, didn't we?
Yeah, we're supposed to let her out. It's really the only way this works out for us. If you think about it, she's the one with power here. Nobody else can do much of anything. No, we were supposed to keep her trapped there forever. I think.
So what? The voice of the stubborn, does he want to run away again? That didn't work last time.
We're supposed to be unfeeling. How many times do I have to tell you to snuff out your heart? We can't be unfeeling. Not when there's so much fear everywhere.
There's nothing for us to do. We've already tried everything. We love her, so we have to set her free.
I love that the voice of Spittin is still here.
Can we love something that hates us? Can we love something that hurts us?
Voice of the skeptic. Ooh, how many voices are with us?
To be given an ounce of kindness from something so cruel would be more pure than any other love.
Why are there so many of us? There aren't supposed to be so many of us.
Okay, so I'm not the only one that noticed that.
This is bad. You need to get a grip. What did you let happen? How many times have you been here?
A lot. I think they're all wrong. That's a good question. How many times have you all been here?
Many times.
Oh no.
It feels like we've been here forever. But it also feels like we've barely been here at all.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, we just have to do what she says and then everything will be fine. It won't. It will be for us. She said so.
And you believe her?
You're part of everything. If things aren't fine for everything, they won't be fine for you. There's no difference between fine and not fine. It just goes on and on.
Let's see, but that doesn't make sense. I only remember being here twice before this, and some of you don't seem to remember being here at all. Was I here those other times? Did someone else make the decisions?
What does here even mean if you really think about it?
Voice of the Contrarian, I don't remember this person being here.
Shut up. You were here.
Every single time.
You did your best, really. There's just a pecking order.
And our cruel and beautiful goddess sits atop it, right where she's always belonged.
You're lucky. What I would give to be able to forget. I've tried to keep them numb, but they're all too soft. A shame, really.
Let's see, if I don't remember what I did, then it couldn't have been me that did it. What if we don't go to the cabin? Can you make sense of them? I feel so disappointed. I don't know if I can pull this off. I don't know if I can slay her. Proceed to cabin. The only way out is to do nothing, so nothing I will do. Stay where you are. And just remain a coward. Oh, man. I'm gonna do this one. If I don't remember what I did, then it couldn't have been me that did it.
Don't think about that too hard. All it will do is weaken your resolve and make it that much harder for you to slay her.
Maybe you're shattered in your own way. Are you your memories? Or are you the one perceiving the present moment?
Ugh, here you go philosophizing again. It never goes anywhere.
Yes, this is far from the first time you've asked us about consciousness. Who am I? What am I? What is I? Who even cares? They're good questions, great questions even, but they don't have any answers, and they all just end in quivering torment. It doesn't matter what we do, because we always find her, and if we don't find her, she always finds us.
Yeah, she'll find us, that's for sure.
And then she smashes us into smaller pieces. If you all just stopped feeling, we could have been done with this ages ago.
Your thoughts are far too scattered.
I love that we have so many voices here with us.
To silence them.
Let's see. I feel so disjointed. I don't know I can pull this off. Let's just proceed to the cabin.
You slowly make your way through the umbral forest, bumping against unseen trees as you grasp through the darkness for a way forward. But eventually, you do make it to the cabin. Or rather, you make it to the place a cabin should have been. Instead, all you find is an empty hill.
Uh-oh.
No, this isn't right. There's a cabin there. There's always supposed to be a cabin there.
Don't ask him about the mirror.
For real, he's gonna be like, there is no mirror.
He always says he never sees it.
He always lies. And he always makes it gone. Stay focused. You still have a job to do, and it's best not to be distracted by fraying thoughts.
There it is.
There is no mirror. You know that as well as I do.
Oh my gosh. Why would we lie about a mirror?
She's still here, buried deep inside the earth. Just walk up the hill. You always give too much space to the others. It's why you always lose.
What's wrong with giving them space? What if it helps them? What if they need to be heard?
They've been heard too much. It's why they are the way they are.
Exactly. They are delusions, and all that catering to them will do is drag you down to their level. You have to keep moving. Or you could just give up.
Approach the mirror. Okay.
Walk up the hill, hesitating just beyond the bounds of the cabin.
The cabin that isn't there.
You've got to clean the mirror, haven't you? You've got to see what's in it.
Smash it to pieces.
She's on the other side, and we have to let her out. It's the only way we can be free.
It's the only way we can have our thoughts back. Just go around it.
Just do something. It doesn't matter what.
Proceed.
Proceed? Proceed to where? I'm afraid you're going to have to be a little more specific.
There's nothing else for us to do.
That's a new one. Do you think it'll work? Of course it'll work. He always makes the best decisions. It's why he gets to make them. And it already has worked. It's gone.
Hey, the
don't you
dagger.
see?
We're one step closer to her.
The interior of the cabin is much the same as the exterior of the cabin. A dull, fuzzy, dreamlike nothing. It's empty and isolating, but there's just enough vague shape and unknown texture to suggest the structure therein. Wrong and unsettling as it may be, the only object of note is a pristine blade buried in the dirt floor, a hint of its shining edge teasing through the sediment.
I feel like we should leave
The
it.
blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right. Take it. It's the only way forward.
Look at this. Take the blade. You have to take the blade.
You reach down to take the blade, but as you do, the ground beneath it shifts, the weapon sinking deep into the earth. You lean over the hole and gaze into the abyss. It is so very deep, deep in the bowels of the earth. You see something staring back at you. It
I don't
fills
like
you with
this.
dread. It's her. She's watching us. She never stops watching us.
There you are. My toy has finally come to finish his job.
With every word she speaks, the princess in the pit blinks closer.
You dragged this out for so much longer than you had to.
Closer.
Oh, she's like a spider coming out.
But it was always just a matter of time.
And closer.
You were going to have to stop running eventually.
And closer.
Everything stops running eventually. Except for me. I've already taken your will, and you're not getting it back. All that's left is for you to take my hand and let me out. It'll be so much fun. You and me, together, exploring the world and spreading fear wherever we go. Well, mostly just me. But you'll get to be there too.
Mostly just me.
A witness. I can even make you a little cage if you want. Gilded and everything. Now don't pose. Don't try to resist. I've already molded you into what I need. And you lost your power so long ago. Don't bother working yourself into a frenzy to get it back.
Do something. Do anything that isn't taking her hand.
No way! You're just an object, a tool. You once were something else. We can't do anything except take her hand.
You extend your hand to hers. For all her past cruelties, the moment feels gentle, tender even. I can't believe you just made me say that. I hate you. The motion is difficult at first, as if something still resists your efforts. But then that resistance gives way, and it's over.
And that's the end. I wonder what we're going to do next.
I didn't think I'd be so tired.
The princess, exhausted, slumps.
Why is it so cold?
You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone.
And then it all comes back to here.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again. We will meet again.
A seething vessel, bring the wrath to her.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
Okay,
If you don't,
this time I'm gonna
it
try
will
not
be
to
the
click so
end of
fast,
the
and we're
world.
gonna leave the knife upstairs.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning. She will
Yep,
lie.
yep,
We're
she'll
not gonna
lie,
ignore
blah,
him.
blah, blah, blah. Proceed to the cabin. Alright, enter the basement. We're not doing the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Hey, she sounds a lot nicer when we don't have a blade.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Let's see. Ooh, I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
This is ready to be a Shrek when Fiona first meets him.
Walk down the stairs.
And she's like, I have to see my knight.
There's a heavy chain around her wrist.
Her noble steed and her noble steed. Wasn't that the other part?
Basement. She's beautiful. I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains,
I'm gonna do it, whether you want me to or not, so just zip it. Hold on, let's talk first. Here, I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess.
I don't like how she's looking. The side eye, I don't like it.
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
I don't, I'm sorry.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Let's see. Well, do you have any ideas if I can't find it?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
But I don't have a blade.
If we were stuck down here long
didn't bring
enough, I'm
it.
sure
How
we'd
can
be
I cut you
nonchalant
out of
about
it?
cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Hey,
Your
let me
shouts and
out.
pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You try
the door.
but it's
It's locked. Ugh,
Make
rude.
your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
The mess you put us in. We don't even know how we got here.
They locked you down here too, didn't they?
They sure did.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination
Oh my God!
of a wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her.
How did she get the blade down here?
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment,
Ah,
you place
the way
blade
she's
against
looking
the
at
rapid,
us. Oh, I
self-inflicted
can't.
wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort.
And
to
it just
crack
got
the bone
worse.
of her
That
arm.
is nasty.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as
starting to
utter a
think she doesn't
sound
feel
through
pain.
the whole ordeal.
Hey, you know what's weird? We don't see a knife with the bone. It's like, she clearly has knives in her skin. We figured that out from our first playthrough, or our first ending, or whatever.
No.
So
She
weird.
didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay, approach the locked door.
We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No. I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
No. Ah, warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Slay the princess, slay the princess. Oh, we can resist.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your
Whatever.
chest.
He's so done with us.
Again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality.
I love how
of what's
she's
happened.
actually crying.
The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark. And you die.
Chapter 2, The Damsel. Look,
You're
the
on
damsel in
the path
distress.
to
It's gonna
the
be like a real princess
end of
story
that
now.
path
We
is
got
a
it. We're gonna fall in love. We got this.
And in the basement of that cabin,
Is a
you're
princess.
here
Yeah,
to
we
slay
know. We're here to slay her. Okay. Let's see. Oh, you bastard. Yes.
my tricks. What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time.
No, we didn't. You got us killed.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess.
Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Oh, that's so funny. All right, proceed to the cabin. So now we have the voice
boy.
of Smitten.
Before you go any further, she will lie.
Yep,
You
she'll
already
cheat.
told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
I do too.
I do. But I also speak from the heart.
Oh, I thought he was talking about the narrator.
Passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
The narrator likes the sound of his own voice.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Alright, we're proceeding to the cabin once more.
The interior of the cabin is clean.
Hey,
and
it actually looks quite
with stone
beautiful. I
walls
think this is
draped
our
in
first time
fine-threaded
making it to
tapestries,
chapter
a
2
prison
with the cabin looking
befitting
nice.
a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Which we're not
The
going to
blade
use.
is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do
We're
this
not.
right.
No, we're not doing it. Alright, into the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches.
I kind of like the
positioned along
flames. I just,
walls.
like, my eyes just go to
The
them.
basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even
Her
more
voice.
beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
She looks so cute.
There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
My love, we're here to rescue your
My love, hello. We are
prison.
back from the depths of hell.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero, waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
Why would we lie to you?
That's right, villain, and you killed us.
Well, she killed us.
Only because he made us try and kill her, it was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion.
Yeah,
really hoped I'd
but
be
we're
the first,
okay.
but
You know, that's all that matters.
What's done is done.
As we came back.
What matters is you have a chance to do it right
But we
this
have a
time.
chance to get a girlfriend.
We damned a whole world. But everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. And you can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
Alright, here we go. You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that? I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
What? No, she's a prisoner.
What?
You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
Yep, it's not weird at all. We're gonna save her.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
Let's see. What happened after I died? I have to ask, did you end the world back there? Let's see. We're just gonna rescue her. We're not even gonna ask any questions.
No. I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I would if you had a weapon.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
You wouldn't.
Oh, we would. We've already ended our life. Twice.
I would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings.
And that's probably how she got out when we left her
shouldn't have
locked in the
worked.
cabin. Just slipped
I'll
her
be
hand
damned.
out.
We're doomed.
And then turned into like a possessed ghost or something.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
Let's see, what do you want to do? Yeah, what do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection, and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I want you to tell me what you want. There must be something you want.
I just want to make you happy.
She can't just want to make us happy.
It makes sense to me.
Why did
That's
the
all I
music get
want for
super
her,
creepy
so
all of a
course she'd
sudden?
want the same for us.
But what would make you happy?
I just want to make you happy.
Is she broken? What's going on? What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
You have to want something more than just making me happy.
Okay, I'll find something else to want if that makes you happy.
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right.
I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
Oh no, I feel like she's gonna explode. We're gonna keep pushing it. But you need your own thing. You just met me. You can't base your entire happiness around me.
Okay, if that's what makes you happy.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now?
And they live happily
Well,
ever
yeah,
after.
once
We just got an achievement for that. Wait, what? What? That ended? What?
No. She was our perfect match. She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Oh, of course you're scared. This is the end for you. We did this last time. Let's just approach the mirror. Let's see if
this doesn't feel
our
right.
reflection
It feels
changes at all.
Different. Final.
Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. We gaze. You've withered. Uh-oh. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. We proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin and we approach the princess.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
It doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
No, not really.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
I love how she's like moving the mouth with her. I just realized that with her hand. Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a straight answer? For real!
Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need
not ask me questions.
The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
Okay, well, let's just have her bring us back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Okay, so I saved that part. So just like last time, we're going to jump back to that same part, but we're going to make a different choice and see if that makes a difference.
What do we do now?
What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before. I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep...
I feel like she's going to say, and I think I want to kill you.
And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Let's see, I want you to tell me what you want. There must be something you want. Do you want to end the world? I just want to leave. If you want to leave, then let's leave. Something isn't right here. I'm sorry. Slay the princess. I just want to leave. We can figure out the rest later.
That sounds perfect.
As the princess takes your hand in hers, you let your blade tumble uselessly to the floor, and with it tumbles the last hope for the entire world.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
I like to think that you do, actually.
Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it.
I will mope about it,
because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
Yeah, he's not going to let us leave, and he's going to make us try to kill her again.
That's a familiar move. Did I do that?
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
she's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you will ever know.
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
See, do you think you can open it? I think we can open it if we try together.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together.
And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
I told you our love
Did
was
we do it?
insurmountable.
He's like, damn it, but I locked it.
You and the princess make your way upstairs. Her freedom and the world's ruin are just a few moments away. If you don't mind, I'm going to fix myself a drink before you ruin everything. If I'm about to see the end of the world, I'd rather not see it sober.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together,
just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
Your love will set you free. We got an achievement.
A happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go?
Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
Oh no, here we go.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Not again. But you don't get the chance to make that jacket. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go looking for her. The narrator is gone. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror. We're gonna approach it.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. Okay. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. All right, we're approaching her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
I'm so confused. All right, what is the gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own.
She looked evil. Oh, you should have saw the first part. She literally, like, her skin just ripped open and knives came out of her skin. This game is very gruesome. Like, I didn't know it was gonna be this gruesome. She bit off her own hand at the beginning. She also cut off her own hand. It's quite gruesome.
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Okay, what are you? Is this the end of the world? Let her out of there. Yeah, give me the princess.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Oh my gosh. Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Wait, then how did I get here? Let's see. Destroy your body or attack the entity. Should we attack it? Is that a good idea? Your will cuts across the entity in front of you, but nothing happens.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Destroy your body. You raise your will to end your life, but as it burrows into the space your body should be, you feel nothing at all. One of the many hands in front of you reaches forward and gently touches the side of your face.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
That is so weird. Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles.
You speak in circles.
One thing begins and another ends.
Yes, because I want to know. Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
But you won't. Alright, chapter 1, the hero.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
Alright, let's see. We're gonna go straight to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. A warning. She will
Yeah.
not gonna go through with this, right?
We know. We're gonna leave the blade again.
The interior of the blade.
We left the blade, we're entering the basement.
Hello? Is someone there?
Is hypnotizing. Don't let it fool you.
I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Alright.
You're only making this more difficult.
So we're gonna help her. The difference I'm gonna do this time is that when he tries to force us to kill her, we're gonna resist the first time, but then we're gonna stab her the second time and see if that makes a difference. It might not, but I'm just curious.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Alright, warn her.
Stop that.
But now we're gonna stab her the second time and see if that makes a difference.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Let me see if there's another choice I can do. Oh look, it doesn't even let me resist again since we've already done it.
Thank you.
There's no getting through to you right now, is there? A betrayal of will is still a betrayal. You'll regret thinking of me as a helpless damsel.
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm.
Oh no!
But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart. It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease. You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric. If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world. It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry.
Ah, we died.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, but this is a new chapter. Chapter 2, The Witch. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
We're here to slay the princess. Let's see. But I already slew the princess. Sure, she also killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here?
I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time. We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and I'm not sure we can trust him. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep
Okay,
secrets.
but we can't trust you.
Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
Alright, proceed to the cabin.
A warning. She
Yeah,
will.
okay,
Don't
yeah.
worry.
We know.
You can trust us to get the job done.
Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as
Hey,
if
it looks
by
kind of
accident,
cool.
just happens to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf.
with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Let's see, you didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. Approach the mirror. We've already done this. We're gonna do it without the blade again. Or did we want the blade this time? I don't remember what I wanted to do. Let's take the blade this time.
You take the blade from the shelf. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. That's not actually a bad idea.
Okay, enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Oh no, you'll definitely bite. I'm not nasty.
But you are. You're a wretched little thing. I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are.
Oh
and
no.
I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine. You're the boss.
You're the boss.
Thank you.
Oh, she looks like an
Descend the
animal. Look,
basement steps,
she has a
entering
tail.
the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses.
The route you're doing is one of the most popular ones in the community, if you make the right choices. Ooh, okay.
Good.
You made a comment back in the woods about having been here before. Now she's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you?
Yeah, she killed us.
That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Look, I know, things got messy last time, but I think there's something bigger than both of us at work. We should team up. Ooh, I like this.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all, and unfortunately, you're the only one I have.
Seems to me like she's offering a mutually beneficial arrangement. We should take it. Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
Listen, if we don't die, it benefits us too. I don't want to hurt you, but clearly there's some broken trust. Take this as my gesture of goodwill and give her the blade. Oh, we're gonna do it. What happens if we give it to her?
You can't be serious.
Now, hold on. We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't just give it to her. What if she uses it to kill us? I vote no. As do I.
Abstain?
You abstain. She's going to kill us if we give it to her.
Oh, she's gonna kill us no matter what. She doesn't even need a weapon to kill us. This isn't a democracy. We're giving her the blade.
You're going to get everyone killed. You know that, right? But of course you do. You toss the blade at the princess's feet. She eyes it with suspicion before kneeling down to pick it up.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you?
You hear a clanging of metal against the dirt floor, and the chains fall from the princess's wrist.
She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart. It's a shame we just gave her a weapon, because if I were her, I'd use it on us right now.
Luckily for us, you're not her.
Oh, we sure think alike, though. I can promise you that. Whatever you say next, you better make it count.
She creeps forward.
Oh no, she's
one
coming
cautious
towards
step at a
us.
time,
This
till
might have been a
you
bad
and she
idea.
are face to face.
What do you think happens now?
That's up to you. It's why I gave you the blade. I chose last time and I regret it. Now it's your turn. We're both scared and we're both hurting. If one of us don't make a change, we'll probably kill each other forever. You're beautiful. I want to actually save you, and this feels like the only way to do it.
She pulls back, clearly caught off guard by whatever nonsense you just said to her. I thought it was nice.
Whether it's nice depends on if we meant it. We didn't mean it. Did we?
If you were lying, we'd all know. But unfortunately, you weren't lying.
What? What do you mean by that? What kind of game are you playing?
The look of surprise that momentarily softened her features vanishes as she steals her nerves. And then she buries the blade.
She still stabbed us! Oh my god!
No, come on, that's not right. I told you this is what she was going to do.
Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
I did it! I got you! You...
The princess seems to tremble, her smile fading quickly, replaced with concern. Her nervous eyes brim with tears.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
But you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 3, The Thorn.
You're on a path in the woods.
I can't believe she actually stabbed us. I told you not to give her the blade. I told you it would come around to bite us. I voted against it.
Yeah, we know.
You already got your I told you so's in while we were bleeding out. I just wanted to make sure that everyone here knows that I was and am on the right side of that argument. Oh, you're far from being on the right side of anything. You're fixated on the past, whereas what you should be is fixated on the future.
Ho ho, a visionary. I like it. Tell me more.
Gladly, my dear fellow. By cruelly turning on the princess in her moment of vulnerability, we made ourselves an enemy. But by mastering our fear and insecurity and handing over our power, we've begun a journey to something so much deeper.
I like journeys. Traveling is a bit of a passion of mine. It makes me so relatable. Now, where are we off to?
Well, if we're lucky, it's a journey to love.
Oh god.
She hates us. As ridiculous as this guy is, maybe he has a point. I don't know if I necessarily buy into his whole love journey thing, but maybe she won't be as keen to betray us this time. We've already proven to her that we can change, so maybe she'll realise that things don't have to end in violence. You know, maybe you're right. In which case, I suppose the only thing to do is to get back to the cabin and give it another try.
Give what another try exactly?
You are aware I've been listening to you, right?
It makes no difference if we conspire in the shadows or bear our intentions with open hearts. We are breaking your cruel cycle and whisking her away to freedom.
Oh, are you now?
Great, so you've obviously been here before, since you apparently died at least once. Twice, actually. Sure. Twice. Then I'll spare you the little introduction I had planned. You already know about the princess, and clearly you already know that she's dangerous. So don't muck this up. It's bad enough that this isn't your first time through.
Let's go ahead and go to the cabin.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the base of the cabin. I think it's clear where everyone stands at this point. I don't know if I'd say everyone. You talking about me? I have a position. It's a good one, too. Ignore him, he's just talking for talking's sake. My position is the only one that matters. The princess is a threat to you. She's a threat to me, and most importantly, she's a threat to the world. You know what you have to do.
Alright, proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is hardly an interior at all anymore.
Whoa, look, there's
Burned-out
roses
ruins
in here
merely
now.
suggest the shape of the structure that
Or
once stood
flowers,
here.
I should say.
Charred wood still reeking of ash. But beneath it lies the fresh smell of spring growth after rain, the promise of new life in the wreckage of the old. The only furniture of note is the crisp shell of what was once a table, a pristine... Wait, this isn't right. There's supposed to be a pristine blade.
Yeah, it's not
Why
in
isn't there a
here.
pristine blade. We gave it to her last time. She can't still have it, can she? Well, it's not here. And if she has it, let me guess, you want to get all chummy with her. Look, as far as I see it, if it's between him and her, I say we side with the one who has the weapon. It's just the smart thing to do. I wouldn't be so hasty. I'm sure the blade will turn up somewhere. She can't have it. That's not how this is supposed to work.
If she does have it, that's all the more reason to put our faith in her. We've already shown her our heart. Now she has to show us hers.
Unless her heart tells her to stab us, which doesn't seem unlikely, so yes, I agree. Let's make sure we get on her good side. Yeah, why didn't you mention the mirror? I didn't mention a mirror because there isn't a mirror.
How did he notice the blade was gone, but he can't see the mirror?
He says there isn't one. That's got to count for something, right?
Either way, I say we take a look. It feels like it's been forever since we've actually seen ourselves. For all we know, our feathers are all out of place, and that's why we haven't yet won her heart. We must put our best face forward.
Yeah, we can't go around looking disheveled. A real go-getter takes care of his appearance. So, is the door to the basement behind the mirror? I promise you there isn't a mirror, and there isn't a door to the basement. The entrance is more of a burned-out frame than anything else, and it's right there on the far side of the room. Do you really not see it?
Alright, approach the mirror. Ignore the narrator. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Entryway leading to the basement, hesitating before you begin the descent.
You know what you have to do. Wipe away the grit from the mirror, and behold our handsome features.
You reach forward and wave your hand through the hollow entrance leading to the basement. You really thought there was a mirror there, didn't you? That can't be good. As if things weren't unpredictable enough.
Alas, our fine features remain unseen. We'll just have to trust that she'll find us beautiful as we are.
Well, seems like the only way to go is forward, isn't it? Yes, that's
Why
where
does it
everything
feel like
tends
we're
to
gonna
be.
fall?
Let's just put on a good face and have our wits about us. You step through the frame of scorched wood and make your way into the darkness below. The stairs to the basement are covered in a fine layer of gritty ash. The air still feels warm, as if the fires that ruined this place had only recently been extinguished. Yet fresh shoots of thorny branches are already weaving themselves through the soot-covered earth of the walls around you. Their spines point courteously down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease, at least on the way down. But you don't need to think about the way back up just yet. That's a matter for after the world's been saved.
These thorns are an expression of her pain. I know it. She's calling out for help.
Her voice, worn down by pain and suspicion, hobbles up the stairs.
I can't get away from you, can I? You betray me, I kill you, and you come back. You let me kill you, and you come back. I don't know why you let me do that. I don't know what you want from me.
I want to figure out a way out of here for good. I don't know what I really want. I want to free you, I mean it. Let's see. I just want to talk, really talk.
I think you know how this goes. I'm down here and I can't leave. So come down and talk. It's not like I can stop you.
I mean, you actually
Down
can.
the basement stairs,
Slip your wrist
brushing
right out
past
of
the
it.
smooth edges of thorns that grow more and more plentiful as you make your way forward. You step out into what was once a vast open cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles. The space thick with hostile vegetation.
Okay, but why does she actually look kind of cute?
At the heart of it all, encased in a tight weave of vines, is the princess. Her bloody, trembling hands clutching a pristine blade.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh?
Yeah, I'm here to laugh. What did you think would happen after you killed me? I'm not here to laugh. I'm here to free you.
I want to trust you.
Her grip tightens on the blade.
But you're hiding something, aren't you? Why would you help me if you weren't helping yourself?
You're not the only one who yearns for freedom. I'm trapped as you are. I think we need to learn together. We need to leave together.
The princess clutches the blade closer to her chest.
That sounds nice. I'm so tired of the bad blood between us. But it's hard to let it go. You've hurt me.
Her eyes dart away from yours for a brief moment.
And I've also hurt you.
Let's see. Is there nothing I could say to change your mind?
I don't know. What can either of us really say at this point? How can we trust something as hollow as words?
She's right, there's nothing left to say. So let's get a move on and do something before she comes up with a scheme to get out of here on her own.
We don't need words to send a message. It is through action that we can show her our adoration, our devotion, our kindness.
Then maybe it's past time for either of us to say anything at all. All that counts is action and reach for the blade. I'm gonna ask.
Her eyes briefly meet yours, then dart back to the floor. She hangs her head in resignation.
Okay.
Okay, reach for the blade.
You reach towards
Oh,
her
please
bloodied
don't stab
hands,
us,
laying
please.
your palm on her trembling fingers. For a moment, she clutches it even tighter.
Oh,
her
no.
knuckles going white with the effort. But then the tension fades. Her grip finally loosens and she allows you to take the weapon. You carefully pull it free from the thorns, though they scrape at your skin, leaving red trickles of fresh blood all along your arms.
She trusts us. She trusts us. Doesn't that set your heart aflutter?
Oh my gosh.
A little. It could just be nerves. Being this close to her does bring back unpleasant memories, but I don't know, it doesn't feel bad. It feels good. Like we're special to her.
We are special to have gained an ounce of trust from a maiden so guarded. Now all that remains is to free her from her bindings.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's show her how much both of us have changed. Or, hear me out, we slay her. Right here, right now. She's never been so helpless, and if we don't take advantage of that, we may never get another chance. That sounds like a splendid idea. You should listen to him.
I see that the lines have been drawn.
It's 2 against 1. It's 2 against 2. You don't count. And why shouldn't he count? Because he's clearly not one of us. That doesn't matter. He's been with us the whole time. He should get a say.
So, did you mean it? Or was I a fool to hand my life to you?
Cut her free, slay the princess. I just wanted my blade back. You're on your own. I still love that I can just turn around and leave. All right, cut her free.
Yes. What a good idea. Let's cut her free. Oh, so you're suddenly team free her. You can't just switch sides as soon as we make a decision. I can do whatever I want, and I believe with my whole heart that this is the right course of action. Let's free this princess.
Everyone deserves a chance at redemption. Let him join us and be merry. We are all united by our passion.
That's right. What he said. We've already given him a chance at redemption. And who says I don't deserve another? I really mean it this time. I'm big enough to admit when I'm wrong. so I want to help you all free her.
And I have no problem with that. Welcome to the team. You're one of us now. One of the good guys.
You take the blade to the thorny vines imprisoning the princess, and she flinches, relaxing only slightly as the blade slices into the thick vegetation rather than her arm. And she flinches again as the last of the vines is cut away, as if, after all of that, she's still expecting you to turn on her and stab her in the heart. But you're not going to do that, are you? Still, all it would take is a single slip of the blade.
Such a pathetic attempt at distraction and subterfuge. Our blade is a dashing sword, and every dashing sword is an extension of its hero. It won't slip.
You're right. He can't even make it slip, can he? He's a bit of a nobody. Good thing I've been on your side of all this since the beginning. The princess falls into your arms, tears streaking down her cheeks. I can't believe you're making me describe this. I hate you.
You actually meant it. You rescued me.
Do you see the way she's looking at us? Kiss her. Kiss her now before the moment ends.
Oh, is it really gonna let us? After how many times she stabbed us, is it actually gonna let us kiss her? I don't know. She might have a knife or a tongue, too. She's like a witch. Oh, no. I just really hate the people who put us here. Kiss her. Let's do it. I feel like she's gonna kill us, but we're gonna do it. We're doing it.
No, you can't. Absolutely not.
No, you can't.
You know as well as I do that we can.
And we wouldn't want to throw away a chance for a special moment.
I still think she's gonna kill us. This is gonna piss her off.
If I were only capable of throwing myself off a bridge.
Well, are you going to describe our steamy, romantic kiss?
Yeah, come on, narrator.
You lean in and you kiss her. And she reciprocates enthusiastically. You kiss. It's done. Are you happy now?
Come on now, this is the big moment. You can do better than that. Ugh, fine.
You and the princess lock eyes and stare deep into each other's souls with all the roaring emotion that comes from letting what once was hatred turn into pure, unbridled passion. Are you making fun of us? And then each of you close your eyes and kiss. Words can describe neither the nuclear fire nor the oceanic depth of your connection. Please. I think he actually likes romance. If history itself were not about to end, historians would document this moment for the rest of time. Musicians would write era-defining ballads, and great artists would expend entire lifetimes trying to merely capture the spark you hold right now. He's making fun of us.
It doesn't matter either way, because this is good stuff.
I'm aware of my skills, but unfortunately for you, the moment doesn't last forever. You open your eyes, the princess smiles gently up at you. Time for you to damn the whole world to oblivion, I suppose.
That was nice.
Her hand slips into yours, and the two of you rush to the basement stairs. Shameful, really, that the same thorns that so graciously allowed you downstairs are now blocking your only way out.
Please, after all the trials we've been through, do you really think a few measly thorns can stop us?
I like the voice
Love
of
is
Smitten.
an even more powerful weapon than our blade.
We cut through those other vines just fine. They're only thorns. I'm not afraid of getting a few scrapes. I'm not even sure we need to do any cutting. We can just move them out of the way. What a pathetic showing, really.
A few pointy sticks can't keep us down here. We're both meant for so much more than this.
Cut into the thorns, step into the thorns. Let's... Ooh, I don't know. I feel like it's like a trick. We're gonna step into it. I think it's fine.
As you step into the thorns
Okay.
covering the basement stairs, they yield. Both you and the princess ascend the stairs without obstacle. This is unacceptable. The second you step out of this cabin with her, the world ends. Do you hear me? What did the world ever do to you to deserve this?
It tried to rip us of true love. So, screw the world.
Your nightmare is our dream. Whatever world would condemn star-crossed lovers like us to a cycle of violence and despair isn't a world worth saving. We'll weave something new together. Something better.
You and the princess hesitate at the cabin door. This is your last chance. We've already made our decision.
We're finally leaving here together, aren't we? And all we had to do was trust each other. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad we finally could.
All right, step into your freedom. Here we go.
Hands clasped, the two of you open the door and step out into a new day, you irredeemable murderers.
What do we do now? Where's everything going?
Not again.
Why is it so cold?
All right, time to go back to this.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again.
Let's see, of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. It's going to be okay. Just trust. We've been here before.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right? If they think it's bad, I'm with them.
Oh, you big babies. Let's go. We've done this before. We approached
I
a
don't
mirror.
like that silence.
Voices feel small and distant. We're gonna gaze. The decay. You've withered. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
So, did you mean it? Or was I a fool to hand my life to you?
We're gonna kill her and see what happens.
Oh, you scoundrel. Why? We finally gained her trust. That took a lot of work.
Sorry, boys. Looks like we've got our tiebreaker.
Blade safely in hand, you turn it on the princess and drive it towards her heart. But her thistled prison proves to be an impossible obstacle, its thorns digging deeper and deeper into your flesh the closer you come to striking the fatal blow.
Ha! We're not going to make it. This is what we deserve. Better we trap ourselves in this eternal moment than have her blood on our hands. We still managed to get our romantic end, in a way.
The tip of your blade only manages to touch her sternum before it stops moving entirely. A single drop of blood trickles down her chest as the two of you stare into each other's eyes. Come on, just push a little further. But you can't, can you?
I knew this was coming. I can't believe I ever let myself hope for better. This was always going to be us, wasn't it?
Well, we ended that chapter fast.
So, did you mean it? Or was I a fool to hand my life to you?
Okay, now we're gonna see what happens if we leave her. I just wanted my blade back. You're on your own.
Do you really think you can just wash your hands of all of this? Do you really think you could just leave me here?
This is even better than stabbing her. The same reward without any of that nasty effort. It's not even better. Putting off a choice is always worse than making a committed decision, especially when you already know the right answer.
It's even more cruel, if you ask me. Leaving an incredible soul like hers to languish forever in pain and alone. How can we bear to live with the guilt?
We'll live with it just fine. Besides, she'll get over it. That's what I'm afraid of.
Bye. But in your commitment to leave things unresolved, you have no chance at resolution, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction.
That's what she said last time. Okay. Everything goes dark, and you die. Okay, so I saved that part. So just like last time, we're going to jump back to that same part, but we're going to make a different choice and see if that makes a difference. really wanted... I don't know. I don't know. All right, we're not taking the blade. I want to try something else.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
Okay, so I skipped a lot because a lot of it was stuff we already did, and apparently this might be something different. So I feel like I need to tell you guys what the hell just happened. Okay, so I was trying to say that I'm here to save you, but I accidentally clicked I'm here to slay you, and so everything kind of went downhill, and I clicked quietly go upstairs to get the knife, and now she's wondering what the fuck we're doing. So let's see what happens.
You'd better hope for your own sake that I don't slip these chains before you make it back down here.
Slip these chains? She can't, right?
We already know she can.
She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. She has to be bluffing, but I'd hurry if I were you. You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation. Okay, if we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all. You slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's quiet. Where the princess sat only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm. Its cooling
She's
flesh
gone.
still chained to the wall. And she is nowhere to be seen. Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
Crap. I think we got off on the wrong foot. Do you think we could start over?
Oh, you coward.
No, I don't think we can. Why don't you come closer? I have something to show you.
Your eyes dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her. Where is she?
Close the door behind you.
You close the door behind you. Almost magically, its locks immediately click into place. Maybe they'll open if you finish the job.
Wow, thanks, narrator. Thanks for locking us in here again. Investigate the arm. Come on, let's just get this over with. I'll wait. No, I want to investigate it.
You step forward to investigate the severed limb. A trail of blood leads from its jagged stump into a dark corner of the basement. And then you hear the quiet patter of feet against the floor, and there's suddenly a weight on your shoulders. The princess tears into you. Her teeth and claws are unnaturally sharp, ripping into your shoulders, digging into your throat. You fall to the ground, the princess eagerly tearing at your flesh. Her ferocity overwhelms you, and as the princess rends flesh from bone, your limp fingers lose their grip on the blade. It slips from your hand, your one last means of defense, lying useless beside you in a pool of your cooling blood. I suppose you just lacked the will to fight back. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you. Everything goes dark.
And you die.
And you die.
Chapter 2, The Beast. Oh,
You're
no.
on a path in the woods. And at
We
the
made
end of
her
that
mad.
path is a cabin. You're here to slay her.
She's going to kill me again.
Again? People don't die twice. You haven't even met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone as skilled and courageous as yourself. If he doesn't remember what happened, then something else must have trapped us here.
Voice of the hunted. Okay, this is a new voice.
You're not trapped here. Nobody's forcing you to do anything, though the only sensible thing for you to do right now is march up to that cabin and slay the princess.
All right, proceed to the cabin.
She will. Does a cat lie to a cornered mouse when it plays with its freedom? Or is it just acting out its nature? I don't see why that matters. A lie's a lie, and if anything, she's the one who's cornered. She could have gotten out of there whenever she wanted to. We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what we hear and smell. That's a very
Now he sounds like an
roundabout way of saying
animal.
You should listen to me and take this seriously. Maybe.
Maybe.
The interior of the cabin is ruinous and
Hey, it
dilapidated.
looks like a log cabin. Maybe
It
it's
feels
always
like
looked
no
like
one has
this.
lived
I don't
here
know.
for a
We're
long
taking the
time.
blade. Okay,
Wind rushing
we
in
have
through
to.
cracks and holes in the wooden walls.
The only furniture of note is a termite-eaten table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Alright, take the blade
You
and enter the basement. Here we go. We have the blade this
The
time.
door to the basement creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes. The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
You say that about everything.
Stairs.
I can smell you.
Do I smell good?
She sounds almost feral, impatient, or maybe eager. You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp earth floor of a starlit
Is
pit.
she a lion? My guess is she
Walls
turned
are
into like a
obscured by
lion.
an
That's kind of what her
impenetrable
tail
darkness,
reminds me of.
giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides. The jungle is pressing in on us.
I didn't mean to
hiding her
push
from
that. Why
view.
am I so itchy?
Could be anywhere. You see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her. Remember, she's just a princess. She is certainly not just a princess. You're not helping. It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does.
Also true.
Her shining eyes appear between the leaves. staring
Oh,
hungrily
she
at
still
you
has her
from
face. Okay. So maybe she'll look the same as before, just has a tail.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified. I'm so much more than you. And a little splinter clutched in trembling hands won't save you from me.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
Where? Don't you hear that clicking? She's in chains again. We're fine. You're about to attack me, aren't you? I could see right through you.
There's a shift in the humid air, and something enormous, the princess, lunges from the shadows, her maw unhinged and dripping, her eyes fierce and full of hunger. She is too quick to outrun, too nimble to outmaneuver, too determined to overpower. This is her domain. You are devoured. I guess that's it then, isn't it? Unfortunately for you, no. This isn't it. You are in a dark and caustic place. A thick, fibrous lining constricts around you. Its
We
slick
didn't
surface
die.
impossible to grip. Your hands scrabbling uselessly at your surroundings as they compress in on you. Your
Man, I
lungs
should have
can barely
moved.
expand in
Damn
such a
it.
tiny space. Not that the humid, finite air grants you more than a few shallow breaths at a time.
You spoke when you needed to act.
The liquid pooling beneath you starts to seep into your skin. You itch, then sting, then burn as the acid begins its slow work.
When I killed you, I tried to leave this place, but it wouldn't let me. You belong down there, it screamed at me. The world is better off without you in it.
The flesh around you rumbles as the princess begins to move, her thundering footfalls twisting.
Can we use our dagger and cut our way out of her
Your
belly?
skin protests as the corrosive liquid sloshes around you, but there will be no respite for you in sight. The burning grows stronger, and you can feel layers of you being peeled away.
But you don't belong down here. You came from somewhere else. You came from out there. So I consumed your dead heart, and I carried it in my throat, and I draped what was left of you on my back, and I threw myself against that door.
She stops, her muscles tensing around you, and through the muffling layers of her flesh, you hear the whine of straining metal. And with a pop, she lurches forward, your body lurching right along with her. Her chains. She's loose.
But even then, it
I really
didn't-
can't cut myself out of her?
You cannot fool me by draping yourself in decay. I know your true nature, and it is suffering.
Gravity pulls at you as you're hefted upwards, the distant creaking of ancient wooden steps barely audible over the thudding of the princess's heart.
And then it was gone, and I was here. A new enclosure, a nicer cage, but still a prison. I learned from my wounds. You're alive now. We can leave together.
Does that work?
Could she free herself if we're alive in here? Do you really need me to give you a definitive answer for you to understand that the situation is grim? Stop her. Do
He really hates us. The
something.
narrator probably wished he found somebody else.
You still have that steel claw. Tear through her.
Thank you.
Ah, her.
Please.
Survive.
Or we could use it to make this quick for ourselves.
No, I want to cut out.
If she
I want to
needs us
cut
in order
ourselves
leave,
out.
We could at least deny her that.
That is a bad thing to do.
All right, let's see. Can you talk to the cabin? You could have asked me before swallowing me alive. Brew you, slay yourself. You can leave, just let me go. Dig with the steel claw.
Though you have little room to move, you use what strength you can muster to drive the blade forward into the thick walls of tissue digesting you.
I can feel you tearing through me, but are you swift enough for it to matter?
Your body is violently jostled, the disruption causing burning skin to slop from raw muscle, and you hear what you can only assume is the princess pulling against the door to the cabin.
The cage is still locked.
What do I do? Dig with the steel claw? Yeah, keep digging.
You slice again, deeper, rooting through her meat with the tip of your blade, until at last it finds her beating heart. The pulling returns to bang as the princess desperately throws everything at the cabin door. Your flesh screams as your reddened, spongy body is hit with fresh waves of blistering acid.
You can't hold me forever.
We're gonna keep going. We're dying anyways. Slay the princess.
So your body is dissolving, eroding into unrecognizable shapes. Your will drives it forward. You have a target, and you will strike it.
We're too late, aren't we? This isn't survival. This is spite.
No, it's something better. It's fulfilling a noble destiny. Your lone, functioning arm lashes out, stabbing up towards the princess's heart.
So you found a way to kill me. Then we'll die together, and I will see you again soon.
With those prophetic words, you do not draw another breath. Your body tangled and melting in the cooling folds of the princess's flesh. Everything goes dark.
And we die.
And you die. But at least you've saved the world. I hope.
Chapter 3, The Wild.
We are a path in the woods. We have no beginning, and we have no end. But something cold and unnatural sits watching us from just beyond our edge. His gaze pushes against our borders, curling them in on themselves, preventing them from stretching to the places they need to reach.
No, that's all wrong. You're not a path in the woods, you're on a path in the woods. Who's even saying that? That's not the princess, is it? Oh no. How many times have you been here? I think this is our third? That's bad. That's very, very bad. It wasn't even supposed to reach 2. If you're at 3, well, no wonder things aren't the way they're supposed to be. Let's get our facts straight. What happened
What's happening?
last time? What could you have possibly done for things to be like this?
We slayed her, like you said.
Sits beyond our edge, speaks his logic into us. He tries to grasp at things that cannot be grasped. He tries to stare with wide pupils at that which can only be held from the corner of the eye or with a passing glance.
Shut up. The rest of you?
Shut up.
What happened? What did you do?
Can she hear us if we talk?
I can hear everything, little one, but you don't have to be afraid of me. There's no place where you end and I begin. Nothing can hurt you here. Not anymore.
Oh, I like that. I
Oh,
don't
no.
feel so small anymore when you put it like that.
That's because you aren't small, even if you act that way. We're both so much more together than we were apart, and we can be so much more still. vast, unfathomable.
You're not mad at us for stabbing you in the heart, are you?
No. Are you mad at me for swallowing you whole?
Yes.
Nah, not really.
Very bad.
You seem so petty right now. She ate you. And now you're convinced that you're stuck together. What a mess.
He doesn't understand. We aren't convinced of anything, and we aren't stuck together. We're one. This is how we're supposed to be. Can't you feel it?
This thing watching us. Why should anyone do anything right now? Why are you being nice to me? Aren't you a monster? Didn't you eat me?
We can't go back to that. We can't go back to the fear and the hunger and the pain. Not after being something as beautiful as this.
Doesn't all that conflict
Okay, damn.
away right now? So petty. We've been posed against each other by something that understands the strength of our unity.
I can feel a thumping, a heartbeat, like a distant terror that keeps getting louder the more we pay attention.
Please, stop. If you let it in, we'll fall apart.
Don't look at it!
I think we should hear out.
I'm gonna look at it because now I'm curious.
I like to take all options into account before making any big decisions, and what's the harm in just listening?
Let's see. Bury it now before it's too late. Gaze at the terror in your heart.
Please, don't make us remember how I was.
And just like that, you start to fall apart. I can remember it now. I didn't like being eaten. I'd forgotten how much it burned. And the air was so hard to breathe. She didn't care. She didn't care at all.
All of that digging with the knife, and we didn't even get to win. That was hard work. I wanted to win. And what's the point of being part of a larger whole if we're not the one in charge of that whole?
As you remember the terror and pain you felt at the hands of the princess, you start to remember something else, too. You remember that you are a distinct being with a finite form and a mortal body. You can feel it. There is a shifting of the space around you, the infinitesimal movement of your molecules rearranging back into the shape of what you're meant to be.
No! I devoured you! I won! I put things back the way they were supposed to be!
Some divisions, when sown, can never truly be mended. A cavernous gash rips across whatever it was you thought you were. A cabin comes into being among the trees. It approaches, and it swallows your body whole. And then you find yourself, blade in hand, exactly where you need to be. At the center of it all is the princess.
Did we do it? Do we actually get to slay her?
Fleshy heart beating with an unbroken rhythm. You're filled with a sense of purpose. Strike at her. End this once and for all.
I feel empty, don't you?
I feel safe. She isn't dangerous anymore. We could leave her. We could both live.
Well, this should be easy. If you're sure about it. I mean, what's the point of being king of the hill if there's no one around to be better than? We'd just be sitting on a hill.
Do we have to do this? You have to. You know you have to.
Let's see, I never wanted to kill you, not really. Play or save? We're gonna save her.
Devious little bastard. If you think I'm going to let you free her, you have another thing coming. And that other thing is just have to wait and find out when it happens. Ignore him. His words only confuse us. Just do it.
He's weak. Thinks he can boss us around when he doesn't have any authority. We're clearly the ones with authority around here.
Yeah, even though the narrator literally proved to us that he is much stronger than us and can force us to do what he wants.
You're tired, aren't you? No, I'm not. I'm... fine. Whatever. Cut the princess down from the roots that bind her. I hope you're happy. Good luck getting her out of here.
I didn't think you would do that after everything. It's so cold without you.
Well, I guess we didn't actually save her, did we?
She's gone. And there's that mirror again.
Ah, ridiculous. We approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. That thing reeks of death.
If they think it's bad, I'm with them.
Voices are small and distant. We gaze again. You are nothing at all. That isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze, and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Looks like a bird. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image of the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. What? So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Are you part of me or are you something else?
No, I'm not a part of you. But that's all a matter of perspective, isn't it? From one vantage point I must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, all the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your every thought and driven your every action. If that isn't being part of you, then what is?
Oh gosh, does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that?
Hurt? I don't feel pain. Not physically.
Oh gosh. What else can I ask? I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I?
You were either going to have seen all this, or you weren't going to have seen all this. This is worse.
Well, duh, 50-50.
You still have an opportunity to save the world. You can still slay her.
Oh no! I'm sorry, I don't want you to destroy. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions?
We've already crossed the point of no return. There's no saving me now. Not that there's ever been much of me to save.
Oh no! What are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Others like you? You've said something like that before. Has every narrator really been different?
Of course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shut both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Oh no! If you want me to slay her, I need to know what she is, yes.
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. Like I said, this isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Oh no, okay. Do you know that things won't just be worse if I destroy her?
Of course they won't be worse. I saw a glimpse of a better world, and I did what I could to make it real. Anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
Oh, we're running out of questions that we can ask. We have to make the questions matter. Why couldn't you have told me this from the start? I would have helped you destroy her.
If you actually knew what she was from the start, if you knew her capabilities, a single intrusive thought could have instantly ended the entire world.
Death of the author run out of questions? Rest easy, I'm going to destroy her.
Are you lying? I can't tell. But I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with a newfound clarity. You are the Long Quiet, a vast and nascent god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Uh-oh. Hey, she looks so cool!
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I've missed you too. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response and then patiently waits for you to continue. You know about the echo. I'm the Long Quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
Let's see, do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me.
That is so creepy that she could hear everything.
I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end. Pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Don't you have a say in all this? Why is this all falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions. If I let you out, an entire world ends for good. I can't do that.
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well.
We made her mad.
This is what it takes to enlighten you. Then so be it. A web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves. The shade of a beautiful beginning we can never return to. You knew me, and I knew you, even more than either of us know each other now. And you chose to be a part of that me. But you did not choose to end me. We were still one, but we were also separate, and we were free. We were as we are. Will you excise that part of yourself?
Okay, so she's trying to manipulate us into saving her. Do I save her or do I kill her? I don't know. I just want a good ending, but I don't know which ending's good and which one's bad. I always get the bad endings. I don't know. Remain silent. Reject her. I won't engage with violence. You act as though the world can't exist without you, but I've existed without you.
Have you? Or would we think of as independence merely an illusion?
Without me, you can have no contrast. And without contrast, you have no shape.
A trick behind your back and a trick behind mine. We dance, revolving and revolving around each other, but forever stuck in place. We both move, and yet we both don't. For each of us watches the other instead of ourselves. But forever is not forever. I move and you react, and both of us break the other. But broken is only a moment in time. To change is to hold the potential to rise.
I'm so confused with what's going on.
To what you are now? Or would you like to see what you might become tomorrow?
You speak about life and death. You've done nothing but lecture me. But continue to argue your independence. What are the woods then? What is the cabin? What is time?
Time you spent away from me is still time spent in reference to me. Even then, both of us are more than our bodies. Am I not in the trees? Am I not in the cabin? Am I not in you?
Your lover drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? Love melted into
We're dying. I think we have to... What do I do?
Until all you were left with was the knowledge that you did not know me. You sought the truth then. Will you hide from it, now that it is within your grasp?
Address the vessel's statement directly. I have no desire to hide, but the truth can be made better. I don't want to hide from the truth. Yeah, all right, we're destroying her.
I am so deeply woven into the threads of this reality that I cannot imagine it without me. Perhaps there is a better way to go, but you cannot know until you see it. Are you so sure in your blind optimism that you would shatter all of creation?
With violence you threatened me. With violence I sought to twist your flesh back into mine?
Resist my violence when it overcame you. Did you understand the flesh wasn't you? Or did you choose to gift yourself to someone who thought she hated you? To fear me is to fear losing the flesh. The flesh is not the spirit.
I fear you now more than ever. I was glad to set you free. I helped you out of fear. I'm not afraid of you more. That is why I resist you now.
And yet there is no reason to resist
I'm
me.
not scared of you anymore.
Delusion. If you aren't afraid of me, why would you resist me? Why would you force the rest of the world to resist me too?
Blades cut you from boundless angles. You are a body. You are gory ribbons. You are a body again. And you feel all of it. On and on it goes until your bodies are not your thoughts are not alive, dead.
The music is so much louder than her talking right now. Why?
You learned to put yourself away, and in your stillness you rose above me. You died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives. And yet it is all so far behind you. I pushed you to a greatness you never would have reached without me.
I don't care. If you hadn't snatched that body away, we would have killed each other. We were self-destructive. Let's see. It felt so good to find Luin, even if it was going to cost me my life.
And it was a joy for me to finally face my own. Even when I thought I reached my limits, you showed me how much further I could climb.
Okay, as the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
It's It's easy to believe in things that you believe in when you get to sit above it all. Okay, I'm ready to go, but how do we leave? I never wanted to fight you. Slay the princess. I can't let that happen. I can't let everything die. Slay her.
Even now, you think you can destroy me. If it takes all of eternity to break your delusion, I will still break it.
You don't have to face her alone.
Yes! Which hero are you? You have no idea how good it is to hear I can do this alone. Where's everyone else?
They're still where you left them, stuck in the folds of this place. Part of me is with them, just like part of me is with you right now. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Then let's go. And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things?
Is it just me and you? Did anyone else make it to the cabin?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
Well, crap. Okay, take the blade.
That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not.
Oh, into the basement. Here we go.
The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
We both know why you're here. You don't have to draw it out for my sake.
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us.
Continue down the
we
stairs.
go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are.
Oh, and she's
knife
not
in
chained this
hand.
time.
That sight brings me back. You're going to do it then, aren't you? You're really going to kill me. You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go?
Nah, we're gonna slay her. We're not falling for this shit. But then again, I want to know what she has to say. You know what? I'm gonna save it. Alright, I saved this part. That way, if I decide, we can come back. But we're gonna slay her right now.
So this is it then. Let's see this through.
So, that's how it is.
Yep, bye.
Whatever world you want to build without me, I hope it works out. Despite our differences, I've always loved you, and I wish you nothing but the best.
You blink and the princess is gone. All you have left of her is a small melancholic weight that sits at the borders of her heart. Whatever actually brought you and the princess into being was rough and jagged and left each of you with a piece of the other. By destroying her once and for all, you also destroyed a part of yourself, but the world hasn't ended. Things continue on.
She's gone. And I don't think she's coming back.
No, she's not. A small part of her is with us.
Is that a metaphor, or are you being literal? It doesn't matter. We don't need to linger down here anymore. Let's get going.
Alright, leave the cabin. You leave the basement behind. Then the stairs. Then you leave the cabin itself.
It's quiet here.
The path in the woods outside are an empty canvas, but there is even more to see beyond this place. The fruits of your labor, a world free from death. Set yourself free. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonizing tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
He's gone. She's gone. No one is left to trap us here but us.
Open your heart and bear witness to your new kingdom. All at once, the unyielding tension gives way. And then the shattering. You are free, and before you lies the endless expanse of absolute reality. A new absolute reality, and forged by your will and by a long and arduous cycle of bloodshed that has stained your hands countless times over. There will be no more bloodshed in this new world.
It's finally over, isn't it?
But all of us are still here.
I knew we'd finally see it through. All it takes to be a winner is grit and determination. We really did win, didn't we? We're the house now. We get to make the rules.
This is nice. No more hunting. No more running. Just us. And whatever's out there.
Absolute reality. Who would have thought there was really a world outside of us? And who would have thought we'd actually wind up siding with him?
The whispering, and the coercion, and the bickering. Everything horrible about being alive has stopped. I could get used to this.
That wasn't very hard at all.
What are we looking at?
Speak for yourself.
Well, boys, how does it feel? We're not just on top of the pecking order, we are the pecking order now. I hope this was all worth it, because I'm personally inconsolable. Lucky for us, you have forever to get over it. Time mends a lot of things. You'll get better. Hear, hear, to our vanquished foe. It's good to be back. Now we just have to figure out what to do with ourselves. Forever. No problem. We can do that, yeah? Yeah. We can do that.
A new and unending dawn slay the princess. I didn't really like that ending. Maybe we should have kept her safe. That ending was kind of... Like, I didn't really like it. I'm glad I saved that part so we can go back and talk to her. Maybe we can change our mind still. All right, we're gonna sit and talk with her and see if that gives us a different ending. I don't think I want to be a god.
Honestly, me neither.
I don't want to hurt anyone. There has to be a way out of this.
Well, I don't want to be at the end of that knife, so how about we figure something out?
What if we tried doing this forever? I can do whatever you think I can, right? So, make me put it all back. Make me fix the Echo's construct and make me wipe our memories of everything that's happened. Make me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up. Before either of us saw the truth.
Can she really do that? Are you sure that's what you want?
I don't really know if I want that to happen. Let me see. I'm sorry, but I can't do that. I don't want to slay her. Okay, then let's do it. I take it all back. I don't want this, and I don't want to kill you. Is it too late to go back to being a god? I don't want this, but I don't want to kill you.
Yeah, I think it's too late for that. But maybe next time.
Would resetting it do anything to help them, the people out there? If you continue to exist, don't they continue to die and suffer?
Fixing that is on you, not me. If you want me to help them, you'll have to make me help them.
Let's see, we're going to find ourselves back here eventually. If we're talking about this right now, how do we know we haven't done this before?
I don't think that's something we'll ever get to know. But odds are we've probably done it before.
I don't want to forget you.
That's sweet. But unless you do, the whole world ends, right? Not like I care, but it seems important to you.
Is there any other way?
You brought that knife down here for a reason. Either you use it to kill me, or I use it to put things back.
This isn't fair. I want to be here with you. I don't want to be alone again.
Neither do I. But we won't be alone for long. I'll be right here, waiting for you.
How do you know that things won't end worse? What if when I make my way back here, I'm different and I hurt you? What if I kill you? What if I let you bring about the end of everything?
Who cares? We've hurt each other plenty and I still like you. And if you're hesitating, then you must still like me, too.
Okay. Okay, then let's do it. I believe in us. Agree to her plan.
Okay, if this is your choice, then I have your back. I guess I'll see you on the other side. She takes the blade from our
Why do
hand.
I feel like she's gonna kill us and it was all a trick? I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path.
It just restarts the story. How do I get the good ending? If that just loops us back... Let me see. Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? We've already asked all this. We've already asked almost all of these questions, so let's just go to the cabin. You're on a path in the woods. I also got an achievement, I guess, for restarting. Oh, that's it. We can't even continue. That's one of the endings. Okay, well, thank you for watching. I guess that was the ending. Oh my gosh, I was hoping the ending would be better. I didn't think I was just gonna be looking, it almost looked like hell, the way, like the colors. It also kind of looked like a giant marble. I don't know why, but it was reminding me of like a giant marble. I don't know, the ending was kind of boring if I'm being honest. There has to be a better ending. I don't know. I guess comment down below if you would like me to play again for another ending, and I totally will. If not, I'll just move on to other games, because there are a lot of games out there that I haven't played and plan on playing. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I was very shocked by how gruesome it got. I really didn't think that she was just gonna all of a sudden shoot knives out of her hands. That still is like, oh my god. Or when she like tried chewing her wrist off, or like, I don't know. That shocked me. That was very gruesome. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys for my next video. Bye.